Hi, Craig.
Warning, this episode contains Australians. Some content may be alarming to some listeners, including jokes about homophobia, jokes about racism, jokes about sexual content, and a lot of swearing. Please note, these jokes are made by queer people, people of colour, and people who have known those people for over a decade. Actual hate will not be tolerated. Also, warning for graphic descriptions of violence, but this is a D&D campaign, so you probably knew that. Not sponsored by Queensland Government Australia, terms and conditions may apply.
Welcome, gentle people. We of Aetherbound Academy for Wormcraft and Magic are excited to be here, celebrating the union between our empire and the dragons. Barely 70 years have passed since the favor, when Void Father Farron was entrusted by wild dragons as the first dragon rider. Now, aloft in the Void Keep, riders train with their dragons until they are a single unit, terrifying and beautiful. Every year we gather throughout the Empire to see who will bond with a dragon egg and see it hatch. And I'm sure this year we will gain some lovely new normal highborn riders and there will be absolutely no issues whatsoever. So to the few of you who will be chosen, welcome to Aetherbound Year 1.
So, are we ready?
Yep.
As ready as
I
I'm
think
going
so.
to be.
Just checking, is Maddie here? Huh, she is
don't
not.
think so.
That's very
Is-
strange.
That is strange. Surely we're not doing a Christmas episode this session, right? You said
No,
in the...
not
Okay,
this
good.
session.
I was worried for a second
We'll
that I got
see. We'll see how you guys do during this one, and maybe it'll be the next one.
You keep lying to us. You keep being like, in a couple of sessions, 5 months later, you're going to be like, so it's the Christmas episode in June.
Well, I didn't expect you guys to go out
Also-
there and attack Farron and become fugitives.
Well, if you're going to do a Christmas one, you should do it in
What the
July.
fuck?
For Christmas in July.
What the fuck did you just say?
What? What?
What?
What?
That no one
We would
I
never.
should do some
Not yet.
reading.
said.
What?
Are you gaslighting me right now?
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah,
it.
This is what
nothing.
happens when you miss sessions.
They were listening in the last
Do I
session.
need?
No, they missed it.
Are you
missed
gaslighting
it.
me right now?
They haven't attacked
Okay.
Farron. But yes, if we are ready,
Okay.
I will give the recap on what went down last session. For those who may have missed a couple sessions or anything, I put the summaries for session 17 and session 18
You could just say
in.
my name. I know I'm the problem. Thank you.
No, that's okay. I'm like, yeah, but
It's true, not in a bad way.
So session 18 started with Chaos kind of sitting in his room with Sable asleep next to him, and Duck like asleep on the bed. When Isidore entered and offered to potentially have a royal artificer look at their limbs for potential prosthetics, and then tucked Sable in with a soft blanket while they were resting on the chair. In the morning, Dee Dee raced off to her Farron class. I believe, was it with Dee Dee there that you guys had the talk about Shiro's outfit?
Yes.
Or no, she was not there.
No, it's after she ran off.
Yeah, it's after she ran off that everyone's like, Shiro, hold him down. We're gonna make him get a new fit. Chaos and Sable had a discussion about the injuries that Chaos had received during the Needho glare. And when Chaos made light of their injury, Duck lashed out at Chaos so intensely it was as though he had been struck, and Duck fled from the dorm. Aoife went to their magic class where there were 3 mages who were sitting in on a lesson, with Jake stating that as Aoife increases in skill, they need fellow mages to challenge their skills. Isa learnt a new skill in their combat class that allows them to trip over enemies using their draconic tail.
Yeah.
Sable had a druid class where Ith wild shaped in front of them in a grotesque amalgamation of flesh and blood, almost as though his skin was turning inside out while wild shaping. Farron paid a visit to Chaos and said he had spoken to Duck and that she was extremely upset. Chaos then proceeded to spend the rest of the session looking for them. Sable, when they returned to the dorm, saw that Chaos was gone and ran out to find him, eventually finding him and assisting him in the search. Aoife wrote a letter to their father and received one from their mother. And then the session ended with the void keep rumbling and the distant roar of a dragon.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
That
happy
one
day.
important part.
Yeah.
My love, how did you forget?
My
Mhm.
bad.
Silly,
So-
silly, dumb idiot.
Everyone, regardless of if you're asleep or awake, feels the castle tremble. Almost this monolith of black obsidian and marble and gold trembles, but only for a moment. But those of you who were asleep, you were shaken awake. I'll say it probably lasts 5 to 10 seconds. So it doesn't last long, but it is definitely enough to awaken everyone. I remember it is actually quite late at night because Chaos and Sable were still looking. But through your searching, you have been unable to find Duck. And the only places that you haven't looked are in Farron's personal quarters, and some laboratories that like straight up you can't get into without without certain magical permissions. Because they don't have handles or anything on them. So other than that, I will say as you would have if you'd continued your search, the rooms in this tower would have been locked and are basically inaccessible. You have access to the like first tier laboratory, which had the teleporting circles that allowed you guys to leave to go on your missions in like Carhill. But is currently not active, and neither Sable nor Chaos would know how to operate the magic circle by themselves, just because they lack the arcane knowledge that is required to activate it.
Right. From what I
Mhm.
recall, Chaos was trying to be like, "Okay, Sable, you can go to bed now. Don't worry, I can do this." And
But
I think
totally
Sable
not going
was
to do
thinking
anything.
of maybe sending up an animal, I think, with summon beast or something like that. I can't remember.
I was going to suggest sending up, for example, Bernice and shift it and like using one of my beast senses. Alternatively, Sable wild shape and just goes up.
I really feel bad for making Sable do that. Oh, I don't
Which
know.
one? Or just
No, like, see, Bernice wouldn't get in trouble technically because it was us that weren't allowed in there, not Bernice. But
unless she sees something she shouldn't, and then Sable would feel really, 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 really bad if they inadvertently put her in harm's way again.
I mean, or Chaos could
Give
just
some more reasons to consider that Chaos maybe needs to let let a poor little Duck have her alone time. Just Cade above Gay.
no, but I need to apologize.
This is very a child. This is giving like when like a parent and a child have a disagreement, or like the parent does something that really upsets a kid, and the kid's like, "I need some time before." Like I just want to be alone, Dad. And Dad's like, no, we should do something together. We should hang out. Let me talk to you. And the kid's just like, please, Dad, please go away.
Or hear me out. Maybe it's more like your child's just run away, and even though they're upset at you, you need to find them because they're your child.
Exactly.
What if that's the case?
Exactly.
Who knows what danger they might be in? You just felt the entire castle rumble and the roar of what seems to be an enormous dragon.
Yeah, I'm just saying that prior to that dragon roar and the rumbling, it just seemed like Duck actually needs some time to be alone. But yeah, given that, it would be worth finding her. But also given that, I think we should maybe make sure everyone is safe. Just my thoughts.
Hmm.
Chaos is going to reach across with his good arm and he's just going to set it on Sable's shoulder and be like, you should check on the others.
I just don't want to leave you here, though.
No, I will be okay. Don't worry about me. I'll get back on my own terms. Go, check the others.
It's
I will
very
be
hard
fine.
to people. I can take you with me. We could
No,
go
no,
find.
no. I will just slow you down. You should go now while nothing has happened yet. You should go.
Reference on the map, I put you guys where you all are. So
Delightful.
Go,
Very,
go.
very
It will be
nice.
fine. I insist. I can grab a guard if I struggle. You are faster than me now.
In a wheelchair, please.
No,
Okay,
no.
fine. Sable will. Sable will go, but maybe leave Bernice with him. They'll figure it
Nope.
out. They can use some other senses.
Nope. It's fine.
Bernice,
be
do
fine.
you want to stay with him?
Oh no, that's not needed.
if that's what you want, are you going to be able to get back to the dorm? Okay.
No.
Have other things I can rely on.
Okay, as long as you're sure.
Okay, stay with him. Be safe.
Chaos.
You-
Chaos is a very good friend. Yes.
Yes, he is. He's very good. So I'm going to go. And they're saying this as they're walking away, and they like accidentally like bump into a like some like candelabra thing behind them or something. I don't know if
He's
that's how you
just
say.
gonna slowly look down at Bernice and be like, "You should go and help her. Help her. Go. It's okay. Don't worry. I will be
The
fine."
table literally has multiple ways of seeing without Bernice now. It's just that to not expend spell slots, they usually just still have Bernice around. And the fact that they love Bernice and don't want to they like her company.
Yeah, of course.
But Sable is actually fine.
When
You
you say
are-
go with Sable, Bernice looks at you, Chaos, and just sits.
Yep.
Why do you not follow them?
Ruff.
Okay. Well, he's gonna wait for Sable to get like fully out of earshot, and then he's just gonna look at Bernice and just be like, "I am going to go somewhere. You do not need to follow me. So
Oh.
you should go."
She stands up and takes like a step closer to you. So she's like standing like right next to you.
No. It is not necessary. I will be okay. I will be able to
She
move.
is now rubbing up against your leg.
You are very cute, but I need to
Ruff.
do this. He's gonna like give her a good pat on the head and a scratch behind the ear. Okay,
Yep. And she's
I'm-
gonna stay looking at you.
I'm going to go now. You
Ruff.
do not need to come with me because I will be able to move on my own.
She's just
And
watching you. Are you gonna attempt to walk away?
he's going to kind of like back up slowly towards like the wall and like inch himself towards the wall.
Yeah, as you're moving along, you can look back and you see that Bernice is watching you, but hasn't moved from where she's standing until
Okay.
you're about 6 feet away, and then she walks up to you and then stops as you continue to inch yourself along, and that is how she's going to follow you. If you get
Okay.
beyond a certain distance from her, she's just gonna like walk up and wait.
I do not want you to get in trouble with me.
Ruff.
I will be a bad influence. This is not what I want. I do not want to be a bad influence. But I need to search where Duck may be. So
She
it is
tilts her head
fine.
at you.
I will be fine. Watch, look, okay? And he's going to wild shape after checking that no one is here. Can I do a check that no one's around?
Yeah, you can do a active perception. So do a
Okay.
perception roll.
That is. Where's my perception? 2 plus that. 15.
Yeah. The rumbling of the keep earlier, which was only like a couple minutes ago, it feels like that might have woken some people up. It did seem pretty intense while it lasted, but it doesn't seem like there's anyone at the very least in this part of the keep, of like the whole void keep. The
Mhm.
only audience you have seems to be Bernice.
Okay. So I'm going to wild shape into a spider. So I have 4 limbs instead of 2.
You'll have 6 limbs.
6 limbs, so I've only lost
Because
2 of the 8.
2 of them are gone, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's even better. That means I can move. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna wild shape into a spider, and I'm going to just kind of look back at Bernice and crawl along the wall up towards the out of bound area.
Yeah, she's gonna follow you as far as she can. She's just like kind of walking around in the hallway, kind of looking up. That's all she's doing.
Oh god. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
As
I
you make
can't
your
do anything
way
else.
as you make your way further up the tower, past that like initial laboratory, now as you're climbing, you are coming across a bunch of doors that almost seem like the only way that you know that they're doors is that there is an arch and then it like sunken in stone, and on the edge of the stone there's almost like a slight glowing. Like one door, the light seems to be like a deep red. The next one, the light seems to be blue. The next yellow. Like they're just all different colors.
Mhm.
But they, other than a single rune that's on like where a door handle would be, there's no sign that you'd be able to open said doors.
Are there any like holes that I can creep through?
No, they are flush in the stone. It seems like that this tower, the Aether Spire, may perhaps this would have been where the wizard cult that lived here before it was an academy. This probably would have been their main like actual tower for magical research. So it like compared to the other parts of the keep, this seems much more sophisticated.
Mhm.
Um, but you're able to continue making your way up. Bernice is just walking up the stairs, kind of slowly. Uh, she's keeping pace with you. Um, you do notice that does seem to be having a little bit of trouble keeping track of where you are. So sometimes she'll stop, but then after a few seconds seems to notice where you are and then continues. Um, but you manage to make your way all the way up this tower, up past the laboratories, to what seems to just be an oak wooden door that has steel fastenings on it, like that are like steel bands around the door that have been nailed into it, and it just seems, yeah, to be like a heavy oaken door.
Are there any like ways I can crawl under the door?
Yeah, there seems to be a small seam under it, or you could try and crawl through the lock, or like whatever you would like to attempt.
He's gonna like pause for a while and look back at Bernice before he like just staring at her for a while as if to try and say, "Okay, you can go now." Before he or like offer like a wave almost of his like little spider leg, and then he's
She
gonna
gets
creep through the keyhole.
really close and attempts to lick you. But as you crawl through the keyhole, you feel. Can you do a Constitution saving throw for me?
Oh dear God.
Good luck.
Um. Now, question: do I use my normal stuff or am I using a stat block?
Okay, let me see. All right, I believe for your like stuff like physical stats, you would be using your spider one, so you would have an 8. If it was something like your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, those aren't like the animal. because they're
Okay.
based on your stats, but the strength, dex, and con would be. At least that's
Okay.
how it makes sense to me. So you would be rolling with the 8 constitution.
Which is a +0 or -1?
-1.
Okay, so 16.
Okay, as you pass through this doorway, you feel okay. Like there's definitely like it feels almost like poking through cling film almost. Like, but oh, it's hard to describe. It feels like as you push, your physical body moves, and then like your soul almost like your like almost like your magic was delayed for a moment, and then you hear from further within, huh? And then the sounds of footsteps and a cane, and then while you're in the lock, there's a turning of a handle and the door opens.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, hello, young miss. And Farron leans down and scratches the top of Bernice's head. What are you doing here? I suppose. And he like stands up and he looks into like the spiral staircase behind her. I suppose you could probably smell the treats I've got up here. All right, come on in. And he like steps aside, and Bernice just trots into the room, very familiar, and walks right up to a treat jar that is in this room.
What the
And
fuck?
Farron closes the door and walks back in to where this glass jar is, pulls out a treat, and goes, "All right, sit. Yep. Roll over. Okay. Stand." And Bernice stands on back legs. He's like, "That's a good girl. Here we are." And gives her the treat, which seems to be some kind of dried meat. And he gives her a big scratch and then walks out of view, and Bernice just trots on after him.
Can I
He seems to have
see?
gone into some kind of room that seems to have a fire in it. You can just tell from like, you know, but it's like down the end of the hallway.
Can I see any sign of Duck?
Give me an investigation.
So what do I have for that? Is it my
It would be
my
your
eyes?
intelligence. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, let me
Fuck.
check.
Well, I
I
don't.
think you might. Let me just double checking if there's anything that happens because you have your additional eyes. No, it doesn't seem to be.
Sorry, it was a
Yes,
perception
yes.
or
Investigation, which I believe is an
investigation?
intelligence based
Okay.
because you're looking for something specific, like any specific signs of Duck.
Mm. That would be a 16. Again.
Your dragon's no longer small. Duck is a considerable size. Probably at this point slightly larger than Bernice is.
Mm-hmm.
So they may very well be in another room, but you can't see any of like the down that they like pick at themselves and like pull out little feathers or anything. There doesn't seem to be any real sign of that. This room, like well, this hallway that you're in, with a series of other doors leading off, this seems to be actually very clean.
Mm-hmm. Can I looking around the walls, what is close to the walls? Like, is there certain architecture that kind of like curls and stuff that I can kind of hide behind as I creep along?
Yeah, there's I'd say more along stuff like the door frames. There seems to be like almost intricate like wooden carvings in like a deep, almost black wood.
Mm-hmm.
That's like flecked with little bits of like gray and white. It seems like perhaps this wood, when they were handling it, might have already been like burnt wood,
Mm-hmm.
that they then like carved and shaped. More akin to like a charcoal than anything else, actually. But it's
Okay.
very beautifully, intricately made. But there's like this hallway has like a handful of candles in it. There's a lot of darkness in, especially in the upper corners of this room. It seems
Yeah.
like perhaps Farron got up. Like the state of this house is perhaps that he was awoken by the shaking of the castle, especially
Right.
so high up in the tower,
Mm.
which is like 100 meters tall. You know,
Mhm.
So it would have been amplified at such a height. So it seems like perhaps he has just hopped up. When you did see him, you would have seen that he was in more casual clothing, like just woolen pants, and perhaps like a loose fitting, like woolen shirt.
Right.
Um,
Okay. Could
mhm.
I like sneak along the walls to kind of follow through to see if there's any more signs of Duck like further in?
Yeah, no, of course. Just roll me a stealth, and I'll give you advantage on that.
Okay. That would be an 18. Oh wait. Yeah.
Yeah, as you continue to make your way in, it doesn't seem like you're a spider. You're very small. You're barely making any sound as it is. Um, and you're able to quite easily crawl your way through. You see that there is a door in this hallway that is like cracked open, and peeking inside, you can see that there seems to be like a large, luxurious like bed inside of it, um, with some like wooden side tables, and it's like a poster bed with like fabrics and stuff hanging down from it, and a small, almost what seems like a golden globe in it, um, illuminating like a dull light. But this isn't the room that you saw Farron walk to before.
Hmm. Can I roll another investigation to see anything for Duck?
Yeah, of course. Roll again.
Investigation. That is 13.
Mhm. Uh, Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any sign. But as you're continuing to like crawl around, you're making your way up this hallway, more peeking into a room here, approaching another one. You hear Farron's voice, talking in a low voice. And a few seconds later, there seems to be a reply. But it is too quiet for you to be able to recognize the voice. But it seems like he is having a discussion with someone.
Can I follow it?
Of course.
Um, can I kind of stay outside the like door of whatever room that is and try and listen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one doesn't actually have a. Oh no, this one does have a heavy door on it, but you'd be able to like crawl under it, if you wanted.
Uh, can I stay like on the door, but like
Yeah, yeah, of
underneath it?
course. Yeah, just like peering into the room.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do so, you look in, and inside this room, Farron is sitting in what seems like a very luxurious, like leather, like recliner almost. Kind of just sitting, looking into the flames. And Bernice is just on her side, like sleeping next to the chair that he's currently in, and he continues to speak, and like it's strange. It feels like you can almost hear what he's saying. Like you can hear what he's saying, but the words aren't registering
Mm.
in your ears. And after a few seconds, there is the crack of a piece of wood in the fire, and almost like something is whispered back out to him from the flames.
Oh. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Uh,
After a few more seconds, of this voice from the flames, Farron seems to speak back to it, and then in the chair that has its back to you, you hear a voice go, "Do you think perhaps we're being too difficult on them? It has been difficult this year, especially. The others, the second, third, fourth, and even Yara, our fifth year, none of them had to contend with quite so many others. I'm worried that it's leading to a sense of complacency amongst them as well. Whenever they go on missions, normally when we would send two or three out, that's our whole year level, and we can adequately judge their skills. But now it feels like they're cruising a little bit too easily. But then other times, you heard the reports. You saw what happened when Jake sent the students down on an unauthorized mission into the depths. A student was maimed. They were lucky enough for his composition, but it's not very acceptable to be dealing out loss on such a level so easily, especially for something that isn't actually out helping others. You know as well, and he cuts them off and is like, I know as well as you do that students die here often. But yes, I agree. Is usually out on one of their missions to help the common folk, or to quell a rampaging dragon, or to do something of importance for the kingdom, for this empire. I am concerned that perhaps too much is changing too quickly. And I worry that I will not be here for too much longer, and that my time will pass before there is adequate chance to see how this plays out. What do you do?
Do I recognize that second voice?
No.
Ah, cool. Um, Chaos is only worried about his baby girl right now. And if she's not in here, are there other rooms around or no?
There don't seem to be other rooms around. When you're peering around in here, you can see that above the fireplace there seems to be some small items up there. One seems to be like a claw, and another one seems to be like a piece of bone. There seems to be a desk off in the corner, and a large window that is currently closed in the back right corner of the room. But there don't seem to be any other, like, there are a couple other rooms in the hallways, but like crawling past them, you can see that's like one's like a small kitchen, like another one's like, a small room that has what seems to have like some kind of magical barrier that you can't pass through, but like you can see through it.
Mm.
And it just seems to be like a room full of like loose items that you don't really recognize.
So Duck isn't here, is what I'm
No,
hearing.
Duck is not here.
But now Bernice is there. What the fuck? Ugh. Um. mm,
And you hear, as you are thinking about where Bernice is, you hear, the Emperor's already got plans for this lot. Have you heard yet? Has he spoken to you recently? No, he has not. Usually, with affairs that concern my students, I'm the one who assigns them. What has he been saying? Well, as you know, the princess, it is about time that she assume more of her responsibilities, and I understand that as one of your wards, one of your students, she has a responsibility here as well, but we're having issues with Acrocor. Too much trade has been disrupted, too much. We're afraid that a war might break out if things keep going the way they're going. And the
ooh.
Emperor already has, as I said, has his plans. And Farron just seems to stare off into the fire. Do you continue to stay, or are you going to leave
I'm
to
gonna
continue
stay.
to look for them?
I'm gonna
Hmm.
stay.
If they're heading to Acrocor, then and he's uh rubbing his like mustache, like stroking it. A few of them may be more useful than others, but in what capacity are they being sent? Because I will not send my students to die on some fool's mission. Well, there's going to be a summit of sorts. And the Emperor believes that young Princess Isidore might be able to speak on his behalf and establish better trade negotiations. And perhaps your students will be sent as an entourage, but that is many months away. These things take time to plan. But are there any you would recommend? There are a couple. Young Master Shiro. He is quite capable and walks a line between Dragon Rider and Dragon Hunter that even the young Blight does not. He would be a good representative to send. I also believe that perhaps, despite his belligerence, young Lion would also be a good send. And what about young Chaos? I don't think it would be beneficial for the negotiations if they were to return. Very well then. I will give your recommendations to the Emperor. And standing up from the chair is a dark-skinned woman who seems to be wearing a very simple, like looking but very well made, purple and black dress. Red and blue dress. Sorry, it's mostly red with like blue detailing and like gold stitching in it. Her hair is done up into a large braid on the top of her head, with almost like gold thread, similar to the thread that you see Isidore wearing in her hair, woven through it. And as she stands and dusts off her lap, she steps forward and gives Farron a kiss on the cheek and says, "Well, Uncle, I will see to it that you're kept in the loop. Be well. I'll tell the king, I'll tell the emperor of your health. Yeah, I'll make sure he sends one of his most skilled physicians." And she gives a little curtsy and turns to walk away, and whispers can be heard from the fireplace again. But she opens the door that you're currently underneath and walks down the hallway, closing it gently behind her, and then departs.
Can I hear Farron say anything else?
No. When you look, he now just seems to be like peering into the fire. He does have like a heavy blanket, like heavy, almost like a animal pelt that's like currently like sitting kind of on his like lap and like tucked up around him. And can you give me a perception check?
Yes, I can. That would be a 21.
Seeing him here alone, he reaches down absentmindedly and gives Bernice like a little scratch on the head. Um, despite his like significant age, especially for a human, normally when you meet Farron, there is like an air of power around him, an air of like invulnerability, like almost where you feel like any kind of conflict could not hope but end in him defeating someone. But here, for the first time, you see Farron truly is a frail old man. Um, he is 95 years old, or 94 years old. And without like his imposing like attire and presence, this just seems like a frail old man,
Hmm.
seeming to be lost in thought.
It would be so easy. He's gonna leave.
Mm.
Duck isn't here, and he's heard enough, so he's gonna creep back through the hallways.
Of course. As you crawl back out into the hallway, you hear a thump, thump, and then the sound of a cane, and he's like, all right, you must want to be off. And he opens the door, and Bernice runs out into the hall where you currently are waiting, as Farron closes the door behind her. And she walks right up to where you are and goes, oof.
He just kind of looks up at her and just kind of squints his eyes, his many eyes at her, like judgmentally, like, what the fuck? Since when do you get VIP with this bitch? What the hell? He will eventually come to kind of like, if she'll allow him, scurry up onto like her, because Bernice wears a collar, right?
Yes, I believe she does.
Yeah, onto like the front of her collar.
He wears kind of like a guide dog vest, like leather. It's like a fantasy version of a guide dog vest when she's
Okay,
like
so
around
Yeah.
the like actively working around the keep.
Yeah.
Okay,
she would be
he'll
she would be
probably
wearing
just
that currently.
latch onto like the chest of it because he doesn't want anyone to see him if they do see Bernice.
Do you give her any kind of command or?
But I can't speak.
Ah,
I'm just gonna point
um,
forward.
yeah. Bernice will start going along, especially because you're with them, and begins to and begins to make her way down, down past all these doors. She stops at one and gives it like a really long sniff for like a solid 30 seconds. But then she stops and continues on her way down, until she is just walking around in like that bottom area where like there is the teleporting circle and stuff. And she's just going to continue to walk further and further down the Ether Spire, until she is in like the main hall that is down at the base, of where this is. And she's just going to keep walking until you tell her to do something else.
He's probably going to kind of urge her to go somewhere where no one else is. So he's gonna like keep looking around until like there's like he's back in the normal zone, but no one's there. And then he's gonna like climb off her and break the wild shape.
Yep. And she is just going to sit and wait.
And he's just gonna give her a big old pet and like scruff around the ears. Good girl. Also, you are traitorous. What the heck?
Oof.
Yeah,
We're going to
that's
quickly
right.
cut to Sable. Sable, you would have just returned to the dorms. And I wonder if Kate is actually here. They may have gone to get their dinner.
No, I went. I'm here. I'm just eating.
Yes.
What is Sable past me or first?
Where I was gonna say, where is
dashed off.
Shiro?
I dashed off. Unless I didn't.
Because were you guys all helping look for Duck?
We were last session, like the sort of end of last session.
I'll say that like Sable on their return does run into you guys, and is able to be like Chaos says that they just want to like Chaos essentially has said that they wanted to do it, so you guys would have returned to the dorm. Shiro and Sable, what are you doing now that you have returned back? Are you going to go to bed? Are you like what are you doing?
I want to check on Bubby because Sable's a hypocrite. To Chaos.
Bubby seems to just be lying full on their back, like in a dream, leg kicking out. And it like kicks Salmon in the head, and Salmon like sits up and then just lays back down. But yeah, little fat baby just laying on the middle of the floor, snoring gently.
I want to cuddle my dragon.
They're currently lying in the center of the living room where most of the dragons now congregate each night. And looking around, you notice that the other dragon that is usually here that isn't is I need to remember the names of my dragons.
Yes, you.
There are so fucking many of them. Is Everett,
Isidore.
Isidore's dragon, is
I
currently
love
not here either.
Everett,
Pardon,
of
sorry?
course. I knew you were gonna say Everett because I knew it was gonna be fucking Isidore going for. It's either gonna be Isidore with Everett or it's going to be Everett going off on his little adventure. 99% chance he's the one that was fucking with that big ass dragon again. That's why the whole.
No, that definitely didn't happen.
Wait, did Sable hear about that? Say, because Sable wasn't there for that. But say,
I don't know if you would have.
Mm.
But yes, so Everett and Duck seem to be the only ones missing. All the other dragons seem to just be like kind of laying down, lounging in this space together.
And has anyone else woken up or been awake because of that? That I could have just to roleplay it, but just knowing who's like awake and around that I know is like okay since I told Chaos I was gonna go check on everyone.
I'll say in the actual dorm, perhaps like Yarrick is like up and he's kind of like just in the kitchen area, seemingly just having like a cup of tea. Other than that, no one else really. Sorry, no one else really seems to be around. When you go around to check, Dumar seems to be just like dead asleep in his bed. Perhaps he was woken up, but he's just gone back to bed. Yarrick is actually when he sees you and be like, "Oh, Sable, any luck in finding Duck?"
No, Chaos is still looking by himself.
Oh,
Wait, would
Probably
Jarek know about Duck is
yeah,
missing?
because like pretty much everyone does know now. It's just like not everyone was immediately there to go start help looking.
Right.
If you were to ask, I would like I'm not going to make us role play it out. Yarrick and those who didn't go and help don't know where you guys have already looked, or actively where you guys were, so they weren't going to just like come in and trot on like where you have already been and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's going to say, "Oh, well, it's good that the others went and helped you out. You know, Shiro, Isa." This surprises you, Sable, because Isa did not agree to come help look for Duck.
Interesting.
I'm not doing anything. I promise.
Yeah. Very, very nice of them to help with that.
Shiro, did she say that she was gonna help us?
Actually, I haven't seen them in a while.
Did she tell you? Yarrick, did she tell you that she was gonna help us? Or did she just leave it?
She wasn't here, and I assumed that she was helping you. And when I was woken up by the castle shaking, she still wasn't here. So I just assumed that she would be out helping you lot.
No, she's
Hmm.
in this place like to go sneaking around. What is wrong with all of you people? Do you not enjoy sleep?
Oh
not-
no, I'm only having a tea because, you know, stomach problems. Gonna help with some digestion. You know, you'll understand when you get older.
How old is he again?
Yarrick, I believe, is like 50 or like 40, late 40s at the very least, I think.
Sable gently pats his shoulder and goes and looks at him with a smile. And goes, "I am older than you, but thank you."
Yeah, but you're basically a youngin for your kind, so I'm already past my prime.
Don't worry, I don't think that you're sneaking around with your tea. It's not very suspicious.
No,
It's
he's wearing like a white singlet, like some like little like cotton shorts that only go down to like, just above his knee, and like a robe and like slippers, like holding his tea, and he's like, "No, once I drink this, I'm going back to bed. It is far too late for me to be up."
Sable like just like does like a whisper into like not like like when you do like a comical whisper that's obviously heard
Yeah.
by everyone. It's like it's the youngins that sneak around. They I don't know why they're
Yep.
like this.
Yep. It's just having too much pent up energy. You know, they always got something they got to be doing.
Yes, perhaps we should go find the youngins.
Nope, I'm going back to bed.
All right.
This keeps one of the safest places in the kingdom. In all of Darnmore. So I'm gonna go back and enjoy my nap. The others will show up.
Okay. Yeah.
Have a good night.
Right. Okay. Night night.
And he's gonna like walk off back to his dorm and close the door behind him, like before to his room.
Can I check if Riz is in her room?
If who is sorry?
Isidore is in her room.
Oh yeah. As you open the door, I guess Huey, is Lion awake? Or did Lion go straight back to sleep after being awoken by like the castle shaking?
He probably went back to sleep, to be honest. He's not the very inquisitive.
Yeah. When you open the door, Sable, you see inside that there is candlelight, and Isidore seems to be reading from a book. Lion seems to be contently asleep. But yeah, Isidore seems to be doing some kind of reading. And as you walk in, she slips in like a sheet, like a bookmark, and closes the book, placing it down next to themselves. Oh, Sable, what are you doing here? It's awfully late.
Sable's like whispering very quietly. Hi.
She like pats on her bed, like she's sitting up in the bed, so she pats on it. Why? What's happening? What's up?
Do you know where your dragon is? He's not in the cuddle pile.
Oh, no, I'm not aware. Sorry. Some days he just goes away for a few hours.
Okay.
Others he just he likes having a little bit of his own independence. Why?
Well, the big shaking and roar. I was a bit. I just wanted to check everyone was all right.
Oh no, he was here when that happened.
Oh, so why did he leave? Oh, I don't know. I don't get how.
I'm not sure. I just know that after that occurred, probably 10, 15 minutes later, he jumped out of here, like he jumped off the edge of my bed, and I let him out, and he went out into the common area.
Is that like normal? What that just happened?
Sometimes he wishes to be let out, but I admit it's the first time this specifically has happened.
Oh no, I meant the shaking. You seem so casual. Everyone seems so casual about this.
Well, I obviously I was concerned at first, but nothing
Can Lion wake up?
happened. Yeah, Lion, your eyes open up. These two talking louder than they think they are.
Need to talk quietly, okay?
Are you guys talking about the shaking shit?
Yes, we are.
Do you want to find out what it was?
Not particularly. I feel like if it's important, we'll find out tomorrow. Or it could just be another instance of Everett. Well, it isn't. But you remember Lion? Because was Lion with Isidore when they saw Everett get fucking battered out of the sky by another dragon?
I think.
Sure.
It was either Lion or shit. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
I want to say
Look,
Lion.
I believe that it might have just been Pyraxes. There's nothing else large enough around here that could have shook the mountain, and it definitely
That we
wasn't
know
anything
of.
magic. It definitely wasn't anything magical because of the anti-magic field.
I like that that Lion is just a conspiracy theorist in this situation. Isidore's like, here's the facts and logic of the situation, and Lion is like, or hear me out, it's aliens.
Perhaps. If you want to go explore, I won't stop you. But yes, are you just checking in on everyone then, Sable?
Yeah, I kind of didn't want anyone to get hurt again.
I'll walk with you, and we can check that everyone else is all right, and then you can get set up in your room, and then I'll come back here.
Cute.
Yeah,
They like look all coy.
And Isidore hops up and goes, "All right, let's go." And she's going to loop her arm around yours and walk you out the door and begin making your way over to Dee Dee and Aoife's room.
Lion's gonna look at Notekis and be like, walking. Who do they think they're fooling? And then he's rolling over and go back to bed.
Hey, we don't know. Hey, I have an idea of what she was reading, but because I specifically asked Nick about what she would read the other day. Maybe she just needs someone to help her reenact the scenes.
Oh my god. Oh no, big gentle shy guy and like commanding princess. Oh no, that's totally not a book.
I've read.
Yeah, but Isidore's going to walk with and be like, "I thought you were helping Chaos earlier. Where have they gone? Have they retreated back to their room as well?"
Kate has food in their mouth. Let me finish munching my food.
While you're doing that, Shiro, what are you doing?
I was thinking that Shiro's brewing some more water for tea, and then maybe bringing baked biscuits or something like.
Yeah, they've got a jar that they have.
Yeah,
okay.
Can salmon pick up traces of like scent?
It wouldn't be a specialty.
Mm.
He might be able to because they have like a heightened sense of smell, like all the dragons do. But yeah, we'll see.
It's no longer munch.
Yeah. So yeah, Isidore's asked, "Where's Chaos? Have they retired to their room?"
No, he wanted to keep looking. He's so stubborn. It's like trying to do you know the saying like lead the horse to water? Is that
yes,
with
but you can't make them drink. Yes.
It's worse. He's like a it's like he logically knows he should be accepting help, and he just like it's like he just doesn't. He just actively chooses not to. He just won't let.
You have to think, Sable. Much like you, I believe that Chaos has spent much of their life relying on only themselves. I know you've got your parents and your brother, but yeah, I know that you spent a lot of your childhood and a lot of your life gaining independence. It's probably just difficult for them to also accept help, especially from a friend. They probably don't want to feel like they're imposing or taking away your own, needs. So I wouldn't feel too bad about it.
No, they look very pouty, and then they're like, I like helping, and it kind of hurts my feelings when no one will let me help out. It kind of feels like demeaning. It's weird, I know, but I don't like feeling like I can't do something.
No, it's understandable. Chaos is now dealing with a new issue, and they're not allowing those who might already have some experience. And she like pats your arm and goes, "Yeah, like those with some experience, help them." So of course it's going to feel frustrating. And you're now at the door of Dee Dee and Aoife. Aoife, are you awake or did you return back to sleep?
Aoife's still awake. Aoife, yeah. Immediately woke up when the castle started shaking.
Yeah. Inside, Dee Dee did also wake up, but has put on her like silken eye mask again that matches her like silken pajamas.
Oh, absolutely, of
And
course.
has gone back to bed.
Yeah.
But the door opens a creak and some light spills in as you see Isidore and Sable. And Isidore gives you a little wave and is like, "Oh, Eva, we're just coming to check on everyone, just to make sure they were okay. How are you doing?"
I'm good. Is that a normal thing that happens? I didn't think you would get earthquakes in
No,
Void.
I'm sure they'll inform us in the morning. My running theory is that it's just Pyraxes, Farron's dragon. Um, he, I believe, is the elder of the nest beneath the keep. It's the only thing that I could think of that might be able to have that effect beyond magical means. Because the dampening field around the keep, I don't think that was anyone's attempt at magic. So I don't think it was anything too serious, or else alarms would have been ringing.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm. But how are you doing? Are you doing okay?
Yeah, fine. I was sleeping until
Mm.
that woke us up. Dee Dee's
Yeah.
taking no mind to it though.
Oh, of course. Aoife, the sheet on your bed that you were laying on when you awoke was basically burnt to a crisp. Like there's a huge hole that's been burnt in it. But
Oh,
the
okay, so
blanket,
that's why they're asking if I
I was
was
gonna say
okay.
I was gonna say your blanket is pulled up so they cannot see this, but your sheet has been burnt. So if you want to tell them no, you're not okay, then that's
You can
fine.
just you can just not hear, but you can see Sable scrunching up their nose because they can smell something burnt. Side note, I just mentioned that to Aoife. Isidore and like Sable with their arms like crossed over, like wrapped around each other right now are giving like me and my partner saw you from across the bar. But just standing in her doorway with only the light behind them. So it's just like ominously, me and my partner saw you from across the bar.
Oh, we're silhouetted.
their, their eyes are both glowing for no reason at all. They're like,
Oh my
they're
god.
like death in Puss in Boots. Hey, are you okay? But yeah,
Well,
Sable's like crunching
yeah.
up their nose. Why does it smell like that?
Smell like what?
Sable, that's not particularly polite.
Is something burning? Are you okay?
Burning? Oh, no. No, everything's fine in here. You know what, let's go on a walk. And he kind of shuffles out and closes the door, leaving Dee Dee sleeping in there, and it's like, who are you checking up on next? Are you guys okay? Type of stuff. Yeah.
Of course. And Isadora is going to loop her arm through one of your arms as well. So all three of you are walking through the corridor.
We're off to see the wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Well, we've only got Amber to check up on. And Shiro is down there brewing tea. But yes, as you make your way to Amber's room, Amber just seems to be asleep. But then as you begin to walk your way down the steps over on the left into the communal area, Sable, can you give me a perception check?
Yep. Because I'm great at those. I can see so well in the dark, guys. Stable is great in the dark.
This area is reasonably well lit because it's like the common room.
Oh, I do technically have good not eyesight, but perception, just from my other senses and wisdom being really high. So I got a
you got a what?
21.
As you are walking by Chaos and Shiro's room, you hear a boop, 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 boop. Oh, did any of those sounds come through?
I
No.
heard
They're
some
like a whoop, boop, 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 kind of
like beeping.
yeah, a bit of a strange sound that you haven't really heard before.
Sable's ears are doing that thing, you know, when like an animal is listening to something, their ears kind of like, you know, move side to side and stuff, trying to figure it out. Like Sable's ears do that, and it's very distracting, I imagine. And they
Are
just
you
kind of like,
alright, Sable?
did you guys? There's like a weird noise. I've never heard that before.
Isidore is going to stop, and she is going to do that roll with advantage because you have pointed it out. And if I can do this check as well, if they wish. It's just a perception check at advantage. Isidore got a 15. And Jazz, what did he forget?
Sorry, I took a bite of my keys and I didn't even hear that I was supposed to roll.
It was just too tasty. It's just a perception check at advantage.
Yeah, give me a sec to.
My steak too juicy, my lobster too buttery.
No, I took a bite of my quiche and I was like, this is great. I didn't even hear what you said.
Charlie, can you also give me a perception check, just not at advantage?
Okay.
And Chaos definitely isn't back in his room, right?
No, Chaos. Like, you guys have been walking around kind of in the main area. Like, you would have heard Chaos if he was trying to shuffle back in.
Yeah, alright. Cool. You're right. Because I was gonna say, if Sable thought it was Chaos in his room, they'd be like, I'm not gonna bring up that noise because I don't know what it's for, and it might just be
some
I
weird
don't know.
sex thing.
I got an 11.
Okay, and what did Shira get? Did you roll with advantage, by the way, Jess?
Oh, I just added just my perception thing, which is a +1.
No advantage.
You get to do a second roll and take the higher number.
Right. I was just really enjoying that quiche.
No problem. I'm not judging.
Shit, maybe I should use my dice tray.
Oh yeah.
Instead of rolling on my
17.
desk.
That's the new campaign.
Sorry, Jazz, what'd you get?
I for some reason decided, I'm gonna roll without my dice tray. So now I'm trying to find my dice so I can roll my second one. There we go. So I got an 11. My second roll was a +1, which is a 4.
Okay. Aoife, you're not quite sure that like there might be a sound, but you can't really pinpoint where it's coming from. Shiro, across the kitchen, you hear that sound coming from your own fucking room. Salmon, is laying on the couch behind you. But there seems to be this almost like almost like a yip kind of sound coming from your bedroom.
Yip.
I hope to God it's just Duck being fucking weird or something.
His right ear does like the flap thing.
The thing that stands up, basically.
Thought of Appa.
No, like it sort of flaps.
Oh,
I know
I know what you're talking about.
Sable and Shiro both have their like animal-ish ears going haywire right now.
But yeah, Isidore then is going to put a hand on she's going to unloop her arm from Aoife and Sable, and is going to open the door. And inside the room, there is Duck laying on the floor, and next to her, seemingly like preening at her and licking at what seems to be some really like fluffed up feathers, is Everett. One of his wings is like out over the top of her, and he is like essentially grooming her like a cat will to another cat.
Aww.
Sable has the big watery eyes, like, oh my God, this is so cute.
Everett, what are you doing in here? I suppose. Duck seems to be sleeping. And he is just gently just looking at the feathers, and every now and then lets out like a little sound, and it's essentially him sneezing from the feathers. That's what that sound was before. It is at this point that chaos would return to the room. You hear first the sound of Bernice basically running up the steps, coming up into the main common area. And then a little bit later the jump, like the jangle of armor as it's like going up one step at a time.
I just imagine all of
He's
us
just
going
like clutching to the wall for dear life as he's like hobbling up and towards the dorm room.
Mm.
Say,
And
goes, shh, shh, as they're like coming over to him to help him over to his room. They're like, this is so cute, and I've got the ducks back, but it's so cute. Please don't
He's
disturb him.
gonna walk into the room. Well, not. He's gonna hobble into the room with Sable and look at Duck, and he's just gonna let go and sink down onto his knee in defeat as he clutches at his face in like pure just agony.
My daughter is a traitor.
Doug, what are you doing here? I've been searching for you forever. And he's not even like at the foot of the bed, he's just at the doorway, just crying, basically.
this does wake up Duck. And Everett kind of stands up and shakes himself, and like retracts his wing off from over the top of her. And as she hops up and she does like a little slow walk up to Chaos and begins to like lick at his face.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It was a joke. It was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
She
And he's
gives
gonna
you a
like
little,
reach and like
yeah.
try and pet her.
She lets you, and she gives you like a little bump with her nose, and she gives like a little, almost akin to a purr, kind of sound. And then she's going to step back a little bit and do like a little excited run in a circle, and then run up and like boop you a little bit, and then run around in a little circle again, and is then going to like crash into Everett, kind of like knocking him off his feet. And he's just like playfully like laying on his back while she's like jumping at him and stuff. Um, yeah.
You scared me half to death. Where were you? Where were you? What
She is
the
going to
heck?
not be looking at you and is going to go jump in the bed. All right, young man, you're going to go to our room. And Everett kind of gives like a little look and then hangs his head a little bit and like slowly walks out of the room. Like very clear he's being scolded, and he's like, oh, okay, I guess. And he's like slowly walking out. And he makes his way out, and Isidore is going to put a hand on your shoulder, Chaos, and be like, I'm glad that you found her. I'm sorry that my little idiot here probably took her on a little adventure.
Oh, it is fine. They look like they had fun. That is all that matters.
Imagine
Yeah,
Sable standing to the back near Aoife. I'm assuming Aoife's still there and is like,
oh yeah.
They lean down to her and goes, Everett's a player.
As soon as Everett was like out of the room, he's like strutting again. Like he's got his head up and he's like, ha ha ha, and he's done like a little canter almost. As
Yeah.
he's like, and his tail's like wagging through the air as he's like making his way back up to his room.
Yeah, I know what it looks like when there's a macho man, a little creature. That's what he thinks he is. He's a player. He's a player.
Shira's caught Salmon as he's tried to run over. At all the commotions, like play.
No,
Everett
sure
does
the
the
little
thing
guy
where
just
like
doesn't have a
dogs.
crush?
Everett does the thing where dogs like they crouch down a little bit, and Salmon does the same thing, and it's like, oh no, they're about to get very excited.
Do you think Sable would be capable of just picking up Everett?
Potentially, he has walked away. He's over like more near the staircase, and Isidore has gone with him. And when he does that, she goes, "No, you will behave like a gentleman." And he's going to stop and like sit, and he's going to like walk very politely next to her, and she's like, "Better."
I like that he's a really bratty prince, not a regal prince. Like this is he's like a ruffian, but he's like, but I have power.
Yeah. And she's like, now you are going to go lay down and you are going to go to sleep. And he like wanders off into the room, and Isidore closes it after he goes in. Are you guys going to help Chaos like get into bed and stuff like that, or are you just going to let him be?
If Chaos wants the help,
I'll help Chaos get into bed.
if Chaos says if we ask and Chaos says yes, he wants the help, but Sable's gonna try and let him.
okay.
So
He's got it.
he's
got
okay.
it.
He's going to Shira's going to help him into bed even if he doesn't want it. Like, might not wrap his arm around him, but like at least like hold him. Like
there to
like
catch him if he falls.
Yeah.
Okay.
To steady him.
Sable
Meanwhile,
begrudging.
Chaos is like, no. I'm okay. I'm okay. He's trying to like wave him off as he's like hopping over, and then eventually he's gonna make it into bed and then just be like, okay, I'm okay. Thank you. That is fine. All is good. Don't worry about me. I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, night. Sable gives him like I'm imagining he's got a blanket over him, so Sable gives him his blanket a pat, and then gives. I'm assuming Shiro is also going to bed now, probably, right?
He's not going to bed in the room.
Sable gives Shiro like a gentle pat on his shoulder and goes night.
He'll give Sable a little wave.
They're so cute. I don't know what Aoife's doing, but I would say Sable does the same thing to Aoife. Goes night. Actually, no. What is Aoife doing? Question before
I'd say Aoife just kind of watched as Chaos went to bed and like everyone was leaving. So she sort of did like a small wave and walked off with everyone else as well.
Okay.
Towards her, the dorms.
Her
dorm. Yeah.
Is there anything else that anyone wants to do with this night?
Sable's gonna go grab an extra blanket in their room for Aoife because they can smell that their room smells burnt. And they won't give her an extra blankie because they think it was from her.
You like wordlessly just hand them another blanket.
Aoife's face turns bright red and just they quickly say thank you and then just kind of shut the door.
But yes, is there anything else that anyone wants to do? Any last words from Chaos?
Because Chaos.
Everyone's already left, right?
Yeah.
Shiro will close the door if didn't have any last words.
He's gonna see Shiro leaving and just kind of be like, Shiro, where are you going?
You were aware as well that Shiro didn't stay in the room last night as well.
Yeah, that's why he's asking.
Yeah. I'm just making sure people remember.
Thought you would like to be alone, especially with Duck.
No, it is okay. This is your room too. Where have you been sleeping?
With the dragons.
As Vietnam style flashbacks to like getting like kicked in the head by like 3 different dragons. Or salmon just fully stuck to the side of you and so you're unable to move.
There is no need for such a thing. This is your room. Do not let me kick you out of your space. Come.
It's not kicking out if I allow it.
I am okay. There is no need. Really.
I didn't say you weren't.
Okay, well, I'm insisting. So, come back into your room.
If I must.
Yes, you must. Okay.
He'll sort of walk in, little dejected, but not trying to make it too obvious.
He's gonna just kind of, at that point, kind of mind his own business, I guess, because at least Shiro's back in the room. And he's gonna, like, scruff up and pet Duck all, like, apologetically and stuff. And then, eventually, after, like, a really, really, really long silence, he's gonna go, "The higher-ups are wanting you for a mission, eventually."
How do you know that?
Overheard some stuff. I don't know everything and all the details, but it could be dangerous considering they were praising your abilities. I worry for you. I shouldn't need to because you are fine. You are very talented and very stable with your abilities. I trust that you will be fine, but I still worry based on the nature of the task.
Well, with you around, I think I'll be just fine.
He's just gonna think back to when they're like, yeah, probably not chaos. He's just gonna be like, okay. No. Yeah. Okay.
My God, these bitches.
He can totally up his ability and be invited on whatever the fuck that thing was. He can do that. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be worthy to join them.
Yeah, sure. That's why they were saying you shouldn't go.
Yeah.
But yes, if there is nothing else like that, are you guys saying anything else? Is Shira going to respond to that, or?
Maybe not just yet. He'll mill it over.
In the morning, I do want to find what's her name? No, I got this.
Give me a description.
The princess.
Isidore.
Yeah. I do want to find her in the morning.
I will have to say, is there nothing else anyone else is doing tonight?
No.
Jack, what is Isa currently up to?
Isa, the entire time, even after the whole shutter, has just literally been on the very roof of the academy, freezing her ass off. This poor little girl.
Well, you can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And have you just been sitting up there all day? Like,
she's been sitting there more all evening after the classes, more or less.
Yeah. Okay. And at what point would you return to inside?
After a little bit, since the shutter, she soon returns back to the dorm, just kind of more of the sneak in, so no one ever figured out she was like ever gone, just to kind of throw them off, like she's not in her own state.
Yeah. Okay.
We already know that she just disappeared.
By the time you return, everyone, like the lights in the common room have gone low. No one else is in the common areas, and the dragons all seem to be asleep. As you are able to slip seamlessly back into your room to get a few hours.
Has left a little trail. I'm presuming since it's snowing as well, since outside, she has left a little trail of snow that she's trying to just use her foot to just check out.
That would have been like closer to the outskirts of the castle. The dorms are like quite close to like the center. Like you would have had like a solid couple, like 2 or 3 minutes of walking through the castle. Yeah, there might be like some like still damp footprints or something, but it probably wouldn't be like active snow.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely freezing your ass off. But yes, and the night comes to a close. We cut forward to. Oh, sorry. Why is this thing not loading? Give me a moment. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. The thing has. I've had a thing fail here.
Can I chime in just before the jump then?
Yeah. Yeah. What's up?
Shiro wants to spill his guts about everything.
To chaos.
No, no, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Everything as in
everything.
What's making him want to do that now?
Okay,
chaos. What chaos? Chaos basically told him something. He's like, maybe I should tell everyone about everything as well.
Okay.
Like with the fact that salmon talks.
Yeah,
and that shit. Okay.
the centipede dragon with
Finally! Oh my god!
and the fact that we did a bit of time travel.
Yeah.
The party is finally communicating with each other like a normal party. Yes.
Okay. Okay, this is good. This is good. Are you talking to everyone about this?
Everyone.
So NPCs included.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's happening.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Don't
how
be.
do you go about this? The night passes, and people are waking up. You know, the torches in your rooms and stuff have like brightened, like simulating day, like daybreak. Shiro, as usual, you're one of the first people awake. Chaos is obviously awake as well. But you're able to get out into the main area, in like the main dorm room, before anyone else is awake. But everyone does, after probably over the next hour, begins to like funnel out. So like Dee Dee comes down and is like having a cup of tea. Aoife, Amber, Dumas, Yarrick. People are gathering around to start having lunch. Start having breakfast. Isidore is like having a cup of coffee, but like leaning up on the railing, up on the top level. And
Can I safely assume that Shiro's made all of those?
Yeah, if you want, you like brewed a cup of coffee and made a pot of tea.
All of these, so he can be like, okay, I'm getting brownie points before you guys find out how long I've been sitting.
No. It's more so that he makes sure that everyone stays, so they don't just leave before he starts.
Yeah. But Sable woken up as well. Bernice is just like kind of lying on the floor having a nap. Isa, you're also awake.
Yes.
You can choose where in the common area you would be. But
Wait, would you leave to the thing first? Would you leave?
You would have been awake before them, so you would see them get up at the very least.
More or less, would you have breakfast?
She would have had a small nibble at best.
Okay,
like,
so you're staying at least, so Shiro can stop you from going.
You're very lucky timing type Shiro. So
yeah. Okay, I'm just double checking that all those dragons are there. But yeah, so everyone is kind of going about their normal routine, having breakfast and stuff. But everyone has gathered around. So Shiro, what are you doing?
Okay, Farron's letter is like sitting on the kitchen counter, so everyone's at least sort of past it, or
is this which letter? Is this the one where he offers a training class?
And sort of as he finishes sort of cooking and sort of doing a little bit of cleaning, he'll lean over the kitchen counter and goes, "I need to talk to everyone."
Yep.
Okay.
I think if he just turns and stares at him, because that's not normal.
Yeah, lad, what's going on? What do you need to talk about?
I see now I've been holding some vital information.
Okay.
The first incident or mission that we were sent on. We weren't alone, or at least the child wasn't the only enemy in the room. There was, what I could gather, a rogue dragon rider, a strong one.
What? Where? How did we miss that? We were all there. Sort of.
Yeah,
Liza's gonna look away because she already knows, aka session 11. I think.
No,
Don't leave
you
yet.
wouldn't.
No,
If we remember in the session, you didn't actually know. You knew there was something up with him, but you didn't know exactly what was wrong.
No, they definitely repeatedly. Oh, okay. Never mind. Just double checking.
Jack's metagaming again.
No,
If
I
you-
thought. No. This is just me, bad memory.
Even if you go,
No,
even
I'm saying,
Mm.
Jack, you're right. You're right. You did have that conversation. But it was one of those things where they're like, "Oh, it was info that ISA wouldn't have had."
Okay.
So, you are right. Like, I don't want to take away from that. You were correct. You did have that conversation. It's just, yeah, it was with info that you wouldn't have actually had. Yeah, but you were aware afterwards that Shiro was hiding something at the very least.
Yeah.
So, this, as much as the actual information might be surprising to you, the fact that he was hiding something is not.
Yeah. Oh, good. Just double checking. Thank you.
No problem.
Did I see the thing in the early sessions? Did I see that thing near the graveyard fighting arena area? Was I there? Was that me?
Yeah, you saw in the reflection of the magical crystal that there was a figure wreathed in blue flame.
I saw that, but I mean there was a dragon, I think, in the fighting area that wasn't one that. Oh no, it was people talking about it, I think, actually.
Yes, that was two dragon riders talking about a rogue rider.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Which you also haven't told us, so you should totally tell us now.
Right, it's Shiro talk time first.
I mean
Not
after
yet.
Shiro explains it. So
There was a man. He was a man with a mask who had burns all down his face. He had a dragon that almost seemed like a centipede.
Centipede?
The bug.
So, centipedal type dragon.
Know what a centipede.
What color was? No, he does. He does. He's just confused because he doesn't realize dragons could have that many limbs.
Yes. What? And you've known about this for months.
Ever since the dungeon.
And you did not think it was important to tell any of us?
I thought the authorities would clue you in. I didn't think it important.
I think we've already seen at this place that some of the people here aren't entirely forthwith.
I can see that now, but...
Look, perhaps they had their reasons for holding out on that information. We are first years. It might be something a bit beyond our station. It's not really our problem. If it's something above our heads, they might already have other people looking into it and just letting us focus on our studies.
I did overhear some higher years mentioning rogue dragon riders. I didn't know it was a confirmed theory, but it was mentioned, so...
Speak your mind, Cade.
Sable has a. It's just Sable has a question.
Yeah. What's up?
Sable is looks like their brain is they look like they're thinking really hard before they ask this question. So you saw this person when Angus died? And they have a very straight face on.
After Angus died, I thought if I told you, you'd be involved, that this information would put you in danger, even more so.
But that child, he went and put Sable and Chaos in Dee Dee when they went to go, like they took them away, and they're alive.
What do you mean?
This.
Are you talking about the mind control, Jess?
Yes, when they
Yeah,
like they went to go get
P-
Sable and
yeah.
stuff from the room,
Mm.
and then he was like, "Okay, but where are your friends?" type of thing.
Mm.
So they
Yes,
were cornered by that.
When you confronted the child who was speaking with a man's voice, he was like, "You don't even know what's going on to your companions, do you? Oh, oh, you're going to be so caught unawares. Oh, this is fantastic." So he was like very much antagonizing a lot of you for being caught so unawares. But you were able to go and retrieve your companions.
Can Sable escalate the situation?
Oh yeah,
Wait, can I continue first? Because I don't think.
yeah.
Okay. It's just
Yeah.
that I actually wasn't finished with the thing I was saying before you started talking. That's why I wanted to.
No, you go. I'm
No,
so sorry.
You can keep going. I'm just letting
No,
you know. You're done
you
answering. Sable's going to interrupt you once once Shiro answers this. Sable's going back to what they said because they're still ticking over their thoughts.
Are you sure? Because you can go.
No, it's
That's
okay.
fine.
You can go.
Do Ether's first, and then we'll do Sable.
Okay. If he knew what happened with them, maybe he knew what. Maybe he was the reason that Angus disappeared. If they were still alive.
It's possible, but
Thank you, Aoife. Sable is going to get up now and walk over to Shiro. They're going to stand very straight above him and look down at him because they need to get close to him to see him properly. And they want to look him in the eyes when they say this. They're like, so you might have known who hurt Angus and you didn't bother to tell any of us?
Hero, when you think of the moment when you saw that figure on his dragon, you know that like this is just like in like a feeling that you have is that if that figure had wanted to, he could have killed you. Like then and there, no hesitation. You've been in plenty of life-threatening encounters, fights against dragons, against mystical beasts, against animals, other people. So few of them moved so casually and leisurely in such a way that implies that they could just like inflict death at a whim. So with Sable saying this, it's like, yeah, you were aware of it, you did know about it, but this could have very well like if anything had happened, it would have very much been like the death of all of you. More or less. I just wanted to like put that framing into your mind. It's like, yes, you are aware, like you saw him, but you know nothing else about him, and he was very clearly toying with all of you, just to like refresh that in your mind before you roleplay it.
Sable just wants to know who the culprit of who killed Angus is. Killed Angus or made him go missing. And if you think that this person is the one, you should tell Sable now. Just a suggestion. If he feels like he wants to be honest.
The thing is, I'm not sure if he can safely connect the door thing to him, but I'm
Does
not.
he have a feeling?
Mm,
Would you like to do a roll to see how Shiro feels, Charlie, about it? If you're
okay.
uncertain about it, we can do a
Mm,
roll, and then
mm,
that'll help us out.
mm.
So, can you give me?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about what kind of roll it would be.
Mm.
Can you give me an insight check? You're pretty much like inciting your own. Like, how do you feel about
Mind.
it?
Mm,
He's actually having to think about his feelings for once instead of
mm.
suppressing them.
What's
Oh my
that?
god,
What is this?
I didn't know I was
Roll.
capable of this.
What'd you get, Charlie?
I got a 15, I believe. Wisdom is wait, insight is INSIT, right? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so 15.
Okay. As thinking back on it, and truly, you in the moment had you'd paid attention as much as this figure was wreathed in shadow and emerged from it. And it was clear in this fight that the puppeted child could have potentially killed some of you. This person didn't seem to be at least their puppets weren't holding back.
Mm,
So there's a very real chance that it might have killed one of you, which leads to more the idea that potentially they would have killed Angus as well. If they didn't hold any special regard for your lives,
mm,
you can't think of a reason why they would have held special regard for Angus in particular. And there didn't seem to be any signs of a figure bound on the dragon or something, no clear signs that Angus was being taken away.
mm. What I can understand. Yes. He was the man who killed Angus.
Staple just stares for a while. And they do look increasingly more upset and maybe a little shaky, and they press one of their fingers into his chest, jabbing at him with as much. This is as much malice Stable could ever summon. They feel
He won't flinch.
they're just really, really angry at him. So you knew, or you thought you knew, anything about what happened to Angus, and you didn't think that we deserved to know? For months? I worried about him for months, and you didn't say anything.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're
sorry,
right.
just very quickly, two things. One, what is Lion's thoughts on this, Huey? He's been very quiet. What is Lion's opinion on what has been on this revelation?
Bro is, for once in his life, shutting the fuck up and trying to understand. I think.
He's
I think
locking
he's
in, and it's
sitting.
hard.
Yeah, I think he's sitting there, kind of with his elbows on his knees, trying to
The monkey's working overtime.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, he's speechless.
Yeah, I think he's brooding and mulling over this. And I don't think he's quite figured out yet what to say.
It is at that point when you are jabbing a finger, that Sable's jabbing a finger into uh Hero's chest, that you hear from above you on the railing above where Isadora has walked around. She goes, "It doesn't really change anything."
That I can at least agree on as well.
Shiro, perhaps you should have told us sooner, but you said that you told the proper authorities, so you told our lecturers and teachers. So it is not as though they have been unaware of the events that transpired in there. And Shiro telling us this only really prepares us for future potential encounters with this figure. As I say, I still believe that you should have told us, but I do not think there's any need to get unreasonably angry with Shiro. We've all come to know him, and we know that he is not someone who would put any of us in danger for the sake of it.
Sable.
I think on that you can agree, Sable.
Sable looks at her. No, I think Sable does look at her. Goes, I know he wouldn't hurt us, but it hurts me not to know. And he knew something and didn't tell us. I'm sorry, you hurt my feelings.
The only thing Shiro didn't really tell us is the fact that our attacker was a dragon rider. Or rogue rider.
I understand. My fault. I will do better. But I do
Why
not
didn't you
regret.
trust us? You told our instructors, but not us.
Look at me. Do you
Ryan
think
lifts his head.
I've never known people this long? They either die or leave me before I can. Do you think I would trust anyone? I've only now come to learn that I can trust you.
And
Is there
darling,
anything else?
Dee Dee says to Lion, and darling, he's not the only one who was hiding events that transpired there from other people. You yourself hid what happened to Chaos while we were in there.
That wasn't any of my business.
Still, but it was important for them to know. So I don't think you can judge.
He's gonna like sigh because he knows that she's right, but he doesn't like admitting that.
But what did this man want? He possessed all these people, but ultimately he was after us. What makes us so significant?
I don't know. But it seemed like he was toying with us. It seemed to be a game.
Is there anything else? Anything
His
else you haven't
lectures
told
over
us?
him?
Yeah. If anyone has anything they would like to share, perhaps now is the time to do so. While we're all feeling nice and vulnerable.
Oh, I got nothing. But
I would like to get to the time skip with a bit of time.
It's fine. It's fine. Like I don't mind us still talking and stuff here.
I know, but I didn't expect it to be this long.
Oh, it's good, bro. It's good role playing.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Yes.
Pain and
Crazy.
suffering,
It's crazy difficult. Some of us feel like just making life harder for Shiro.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. He's trying to figure things out, and he's trying to do it in the most pleasant way possible. But at the start of the campaign, he would have just spilt it and left.
Yeah. The just as like a reminder above board to players, the other people who have hidden information are Chaos and Lion.
Yep.
Just as long as you're aware.
Wait.
I just wanted to remind people of that.
Do I?
Yeah, for when you
Yes.
broke into Farron's fucking office.
Oh yeah, you still haven't told us.
Oh.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? And you're judging Shiro.
Yeah.
That's not that
Look,
important.
Lion
though.
hasn't thought about that stuff in a long time.
That's
Lion's-
not that important. That's not as
It's
big.
it's in the fin vault.
He's like, oh shit, yeah. So actually, fun fact. I know shit about your dragons.
I'm pretty sure Sable would probably.
No, and Lion told people about that.
You know,
he didn't.
No, you said you were going to tell people.
Yeah,
He told people.
You were going to talk about it, I believe, after the dungeon, but then I don't think you did.
Mine straight forgot.
Rightfully
That
so.
sounds about
Everything
right.
just sort of happened.
Spiraled.
Yeah.
Mm.
A lot of people almost died.
Okay, well, my thing's not as big as your thing, so you still lose.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I still think you should tell
Shira
us.
has the bigger vault.
I want to know that Bubby isn't the wild class I think they are.
Lion does not remember that, right?
Okay.
Lion remembers Magic Ball, and he's watching
I'm willing
us.
to accept that Lion just straight up does not think it is important enough to tell anyone.
Yeah,
That sounds
he
about
just thinks
right.
it's a magic ball.
Lion. I feel like Lion straight forgot. That sounds more like Lion to my.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
He's just like,
this
oh,
is
magic
okay.
ball, cool.
He'll remember.
Yes. But if you want, we can jump forward. Is there anything else that anyone else would like to talk about here?
I still want to get to the time travel bullshit with the
yes.
with the
Yeah,
elf
yeah.
and Sable
Yeah.
talking as Salmon talking, I guess.
Yes,
All
please.
right. Okay. So they're like, is there anything else that you want to share? And Isidore like kind of dryly says, yes, well, we're all feeling vulnerable. If anyone's got anything else that they'd like to share with the group.
The other dungeon, the one
I
with
was
the
joking.
Needhog.
Oh yes, that's also something we need to elaborate because you said some things that need elaborating with the "I've seen this before." Please, I'd
What?
like to hear.
Those who were not present, so Dumar, Yarrick, Didi, Isidore, and Amber.
And Lion.
Well, I wasn't going to say what Lion's expression or thoughts were on this, but they all seem to be much more intrigued in what this is. Like, they're like, "What? What happened? What happened? Like, we heard about what happened to Chaos, but what happened to you with you, Shiro?"
We played through the same fight twice, like some type of time travel, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
No, surely that
What
cannot
do
be
you
the
mean we
case.
went
How?
fight twice?
I don't think I remember any time travel. It seems to be you're the only one with memory.
That does not seem very likely, sure.
We did it first
Believe
time.
me, I don't think you would be the one to lie to us, but chronomancy seems very unlikely.
Just, I don't know how truthful it is. I don't know. Just the first time we fought, I jumped into the Needhog's mouth and touched the idol, and a man, an elven man, was playing with a coin. The same one I have in my possession. A second one.
Do you show people these coins?
Interesting.
Charlotte?
Yeah.
Do you show people the coins?
Yeah.
Yeah. They seem to be like old, worn coins, like whatever might have been stamped into them long ago has kind of like 3/4 worn off. They're also a little bit misshapen, so they're not like perfectly round. They're like a little lumpy. But very clearly still like old, like tarnished gold.
So he used one of these to turn back time.
I don't know, because it seemed like I had the coin he was playing with when we restarted.
Huh. But so he knows how to time travel? This elven
Charlie,
guy.
do you want me to like basically re-say what he said to use?
Yes, please.
Like, would you tell them? Yeah, I just wasn't sure if you would remember.
Okay.
So Shiro then continues to explain and talks about how in front of him there was a portly elven man with his like long hair pulled into like a ponytail and like a white jacket like hanging off of his shoulders. Wearing like a very nice kind of like well-presenting, if not old style like suit like outfit underneath. And with a cane went so basically said to Shiro, "Oh well, what a shame this is. Something unfortunate. That need not have occurred. How about... sorry, I need to think about exactly what he said.
How about a do-over? I think it was.
Yeah, I think, yeah. How
Yeah.
about a do-over? And with a flick of the coin, it like spun into the air and then like slowed down and stopped. And then all rewinded back to the moment that Shiro, like the group, entered the cave and he was holding the coin. And the second coin you guys got just before you met Malfagor.
I know that
Who
one.
you also haven't explained to the rest, like just the party in general hasn't explained to the others.
The other one we got from Malfagor. The one that you gave me.
That?
Wait, who? Amber's like, who's Malfagor? What are you
Oh,
talking
we're
about?
explaining that one again. Well, go ahead until storyteller Shiro.
He's a friend.
A friend? Really? You guys met a person, does it?
Yeah. I think he is trapped. When I talked to him, he said he could not leave.
And you just left him there?
No, I intend to go back. I just am not in the right condition to do so.
Sable does chime in. They've been like very quiet again, but they do chime in. They go, he does not understand time anymore. I think it is something more magical.
Ancient?
True. It's very ancient. He thought I talked to him, and then we talked like another hour or so later, and he thought it had been years. Poor guy.
It seems like something with his being is locked down. Like he has missing parts to his soul.
Yeah, you do recall that when you were talking to Malfagor, it seemed like there were large portions of them that were just like not visible. Like a whole arm and leg, like a stripe through their face. Some of their torso was missing, stuff like that.
Can we go back to talking about the guy who can fucking time travel?
Yeah, Lion. It does. I guess Lion would say that because Lion was not there.
Yeah, that sounds like the most Lion thing.
Yeah.
What I've told you is what I know.
We need to find this guy. Like, if we find this guy and we travel back in time, we can get a do-over and get Angus back. Right? Obviously.
I'd rather not risk it.
Is nobody else
Not that I
thinking
don't
this?
believe you. It's just it seems really, really hard to believe we succeeded. Not with with
Oh,
a
you
lot of
don't believe
casualties, but
that Shiro time traveled?
it's not that I don't believe it. It's just that type of magic is insanely difficult. It's
Shiro did say some insane knowledge that we couldn't have known, like the phone of being in the beast.
I think it's ancient magic. Something that most of our greatest wizards cannot figure out.
Shiro, you said that something bad happened to Bernice. That's why you told me not to let her leave my side and to stay where I was. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I wasn't there, but Shiro doesn't take me, like, I don't take him as a joking type. Like, he's not exactly one to make up a story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, his advice were, so that's the most proof I can believe.
So I just need to understand. So you knew how to defeat the monster, yet Chaos was still grievously injured. Why could you not warn them about those dangers?
He is the reason I did that. He told me that it was inside, and I chose to do this because I felt I could handle it better than any of you. That is all. He told me it was inside, so I went to go and get it. I trust him.
And that brings up more questions, because from what I've been hearing, Chaos, things just ain't right with you.
What?
I'm sorry to say it like that. People have been talking about it.
What have people
I
been
have
saying?
no idea what you're talking
What?
about.
The magisters and clerics in the keep, they've been talking about what happened to you.
All right. Well, hold on a second. Bird lost a bunch of limbs. Why don't we give it a little bit longer before we start throwing accusations around here?
No, I'm not throwing any accusations. I'm just telling you what I heard.
Rumors
What I heard
and
was
gossip,
that
and I don't really care for it.
you weren't quite
I
right.
do.
Lion, please let
They
them
were saying there was
finish.
something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with fucking all of us.
Real.
What are you trying?
I
What are you
think
trying
they
to get
meant
at, Bird?
biology-wise. Like something
Why don't you just leave the
unusual.
sentient suit of armor alone?
Damn,
Okay,
ayo.
canonically,
Yeah.
that is not said because Lion does not know that.
Oh no, he just no.
no.
Wait,
It'd be
I don't
This
know
is just
that.
Lion making up.
You were
Lion
not
Lion
there
would make
to
that
see
joke.
I
anything.
wasn't. I'm just saying that.
Lion hasn't seen anything
That's
inside.
True.
exactly that's how Lion kind of sees him. I wasn't saying that in a. I meant that literally.
That's
Character.
hilarious.
Does Lion,
Someone need to say it.
does Lion want to say that without knowing what is actually like what's the truth, or just that he says that?
Lion doesn't know the truth. I don't know the truth. Lion
Yeah,
is
but what
looking
is
at a suit of
is
armor.
Lion
I'm just saying,
saying that?
did Lion actually say that? I need to know.
Why is that bad?
No,
I
no,
need to
no.
know.
I just need to know
just
so I know how Chaos reacts to that. Are you saying
Yeah.
that in game?
Yeah.
Chaos
Should
is
I
just
say
gonna like
that?
step it up really, really, really hard and just kind of like stare off at Lion. What?
Shut up! I'm defending you. Be quiet.
What? No.
Quiet
Is
now,
that what
Chaos.
you're
I'm speaking for you.
Is
wait.
that
What? What do you say? Chaos, what is he talking about?
I do
I'm
not
not talking about anything. Yours are
understand.
fucking crazy.
Lion,
the
does that meant to be a
gaslighting.
very poor joke?
Yes? What else is this
Okay.
supposed to be?
It
Well,
is
that's
very dehumanizing to be called just sentient armor.
Okay, would you like to call me a big dumb cat in retaliation? We can call it even.
No, because I do not find you dumb.
Okay. But you are a suit of armor that is
I
okay.
wear a suit of armor.
Well, the rumors is that
I really don't understand the problem.
the rumors were that
We've moved on
you
from the
weren't
room.
human under that.
Huh?
Well, they said that there wasn't any blood, there wasn't any flesh. It was just metal. How do you explain that?
And you all just believe this? That is what you believe?
Look, I've been on the receiving end of some of that, of like some of your actions, and you weren't really acting like yourself. I'm not sure what I believe.
No, hold on. I also did the same thing. So, what does that mean?
Well, you haven't had your limbs chopped off by a dragon and then had people sprouting rumors and talking all about you with all their colleagues and trying to figure out what's going on.
All right then, here's an idea. How about we all go cut ourselves and figure out what's underneath all of our skin? Would that make you feel better, DD?
No.
I'm not
Do not
doing
Shiro
need to
that.
pick
do
up a
that.
knife and just
Not being serious.
No! Sarah, put the knife down.
Being serious.
Shira's like, if I must.
No,
Sarah, put the knife down.
saying this as like a sarcastic. You
Exasperated.
trying to say like, oh really? So just because of like saying like another scenario, like just because you heard something, should we all just check that we're all actually human beings or something underneath? I mean,
Well, Aoife knows more about it than I do.
Huh?
Why are we turning on each other?
Sable just looks
Girl,
at
you need to sit down.
Can
Sable.
Sorry, can I interrupt? I think Ether's
Yes.
going to get like, it hasn't said anything this entire time, and then just suddenly she looks up and just yells, "Stop!" And the fire, like her arm starts to heat up, and a little bit of smoke and fire comes through her hands.
Oh god.
She immediately, like, it's very visible, and she immediately tries to stop, but yeah. And
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Okay,
everyone's
look,
quiet now.
I,
We're not
Yeah.
arguing anymore.
what does it mean? Chaos, if there's something you like to tell us, that is all right. We are your friends.
No, I have nothing to tell. Nothing.
If they have a secret, just let it be.
No. If Chaos says that there's nothing to tell, then there is nothing to tell. I trust them at their
Thank
word.
you. That's what I've been saying.
They are our friend, and I am going to take their word, as I would with any of you.
For real. I'm
I
just
know
gonna
they
say
wouldn't lie to me.
above game. Dee Dee throwing stones from a glass house. Why won't you tell us? You're clearly something's going on. Girl, don't you have a secret lover that's literally in this room right now?
I don't think that's a secret.
Oh, that is not a secret, yeah.
Things that we don't know. Okay, we're all having our moments.
Look, it's just I'm not trying to start anything.
What are you trying to
I'm
achieve,
sorry.
sir?
I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of things that we're hearing around campus because
Of
we
what
were
things? Of
just talking
rumors?
about how none of the higher ups are talking to us and ain't sharing any information with us. And
What
then
do you
Cheryl
expect?
comes in here and drops a bombshell. And I thought this might, like, if there was anything that anyone else was keeping from us, it might be a good time. But clearly I was mistaken. I am sorry. I was trying to make sure that all of us were making sure we're on the up and up with each other. Because if we can't
Could
rely
have
on
fooled
anyone else
me.
at this school, then we need to rely on each other.
I guess that's the point. Well, I'm presuming we're done here with the sharing. Isaac will start making our way out for the day to train in the courtyard.
We still didn't hear about salmon, by the way.
But
That's fine. If Isa wants to leave now, they can.
Isaac can leave. Yeah.
I just mention it in case Jack you forgot and wanted
Yeah.
her to be there
That's
for
fine.
that information. But if you want her to leave,
No, Isa sounds
That's
no,
fine.
Isa's open.
Yeah.
She's going. Goodbye.
Yeah. And Isidore's like, is there anything else that anyone wants to share? I was kidding.
Oh my god,
Shiro, you can't keep doing this to me.
I love the idea that we all like groan in some way, or we all just like sigh. Spit it out. Tell us.
I heard Salmon talk to me while we were on our break.
Oh my
Chaos?
goodness. What did he say?
Wait. What? Isidore seems fucking shook by this, by the way.
Wait, when did this happen? I think that Duck talked to me too.
Sable looks between both of them and then is looking at Isidore very confused, like
Mug drops out of Isidore's hand, falls from the story up, and like smashes in the floor of the kitchen.
Okay, no
Chaos.
body move. I do not want us to step on that.
When I just defended you for like 20 minutes then about not having any secrets, and apparently your
Oh, I
dragon's talking to you? Bro.
Okay, I was kind of in the brink of between asleep and maybe dead, so I thought I was imagining it. So I did not bring it up because that is why. But if you are hearing your dragon, then that makes sense if I also hurt my dragon too, right?
Isidore
Very
is like walking down quickly down, actually like no longer up on the rail, is actually walking down to where you guys are, and is like, "What are you talking about? Like, that isn't possible." You
We thought
can't
time
just
travel
talk.
wasn't fucking possible, but here we are. So
Chronomancy is well documented. It's just extremely difficult to do. It requires so much magic and sacrifice, like actual human sacrifice to do.
Shit.
But I don't think you were talking to your dragons.
What?
There's a reason
No,
Farron is
it
called the
was.
Worm Tongue. He's the only one.
Talking or not, I believe
Well,
he
if Farron
was
can do it, it's
talking
clearly
to me.
possible.
And it seems like with Chaos, seems like we're all connected to our dragons in some way.
Yeah,
What
that's why they.
what did your
That's why-
dragon say to you?
You are so alone.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, even that's depressing.
Damn, how dare you make Sable feel bad about being mad at him before?
Mm.
In fairness, what else did I think Salmon was gonna say?
Oh my god, is that a jar of peanut butter?
Salmon's personality is just the sunshine, and Shiro is the grumpy.
Salmon's my Robin.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And what about you, Chaos? What did Duck say to you?
She called me stupid, and also,
Now that I believe.
Okay, you
Sure,
don't
we'll
need
get-
to
I
judge me.
defended you, and
Sure,
you
we'll get
made
started
me
on that
an
another
Also
cup
idiot.
of
called
coffee.
out to me before, I think, when I was maybe dying. She seemed very worried.
I have an important question. Sorry.
Yes.
Our dragons are here, right?
Oh yeah.
So Duck and Salmon, how are they reacting to their riders announcing that their dragons are talking to them?
Oh, they don't look like they could give a shit.
Okay.
Like
Sable
they're strewn around the room. You know, they're just like doing stuff. Like Bobby's like halfway through eating a potted plant. You know, Salmon's just like laying on a couch.
If you're
Porphyry
hungry,
is like
everything's
standing
confused
up on this counter over here. You know, Rose went off with Isa. No, Tekis is probably just laying out like on the floor, like in front of the fire. You know, Duck's just like laying on the ground, like next to Bernice. But yeah, they don't seem to be bothered at all by the conversation you guys are having.
doing this? Like while everyone else is having their conversation about the dragons talking, Stable is gonna go over to the dragons that were just accused of talking to their riders. And is like hey, like trying to like get their attention. Get to back your buddy up? Do you want to talk with them?
Duck's just like looking at you and does a little bit of frost like comes out of their mouth and like the ends of your hairs like frost up almost like a little bit of snow on your face. And then she like tucks her head back in and goes back to sleeping.
What about Salmon?
Yeah, what do you do when you go over to Salmon?
I think Sable gets down on their is on their knees.
Oh no, don't do that.
To look at him.
Yeah.
Shut up. No, I'm kidding. Sable gets down on their knees and goes, Salmon. Waits to see what they say, how they respond.
Salmon looks at you. They're currently laying on their back, with their mouth open, but like they turn their head so they're looking at you. But their whole like belly's exposed.
Do you agree that Shiro is very lonely?
How close do you get to Salmon when you ask this question?
Close enough to see how they'd be very close because they're trying to see how Salmon responds.
Salmon
to
licks you on the face.
Yeah. That'll crawling.
They give him a little like pet on like his like neck area, you know, like if you ever like pat a cat or something while they're laying on their back or something.
You scratch like under their chin and stuff.
Okay. You guys seem very, very content.
Hmm.
Sable has decided that they will they don't disbelieve what the others are saying, but they don't know how much they believe it either, because the dragons.
Not outright going to say no, it didn't happen, but it's
But
like the
it's
odds
like,
aren't great.
yeah, or even just thinking like, hey, maybe you thought you heard your dragon, but we don't know, or maybe it's not so much as you heard your dragon, but rather you wanted to hear your dragon. And that's okay too. Sable's not going to say this because they also don't want to antagonize the two of them in front of everyone, but Sable's not getting the idea that these dragons are going to. Sable knows that these dragons speak to Farron. They do not seem to necessarily understand how to communicate with their right.
You've heard Farron speaking in a language, like actually like physically talking to dragons, and it's like you hear the words, but it's always really hard to like hold on to them. Like you wouldn't be able to just listen to Farron and be able to like learn the language. Like
Yeah.
it's like you can't grip it in your mind properly. It just slips away.
I think probably also seems like a situation of, okay, if your dragon can talk to you, figuratively speaking, you like if Chaos and Shiro both that they heard their dragons talk to them, figuratively speaking, both of them should be able to hear other dragons talk, right? But they haven't said that they've heard any other dragons talk. They've just thought that they've only heard their dragons talk. So that kind of
based on everything you guys sort of learn in your dragon care classes, and in your like history of the Aldrich Empire, your like history classes that you sort of had that like studies the exploits of Farron, his dragons, like the conquest across the continent. It makes a very big point of Farron being the only person who can talk to dragons. Like he literally brokered a peace with the dragons after not so far long after an event called the Night of Burning Blood, which like all of you at this point would know from your history classes, is when most of the dragon hunters died because they basically went on a full-scale war against the dragons, and then Farron after that went and basically negotiated with the dragons and established a peace. Except for you, Chaos, you have other information regarding that. Do you remember what it is, or would you like me to quickly
You should
retell you?
totally retell me in a different
Okay,
chat.
yeah, let's go to the gaming chat.
No, here we go again.
Bye-bye.
Okay, give me a second. I'm getting there.
Bye-bye.
There you go.
Alright, is there any other information that Shiro might be hiding that I've forgotten?
I think so. You got everything.
Twitter, aka Maddie.
I just remembered that if like, what was the wizard dude's name that doesn't have a concept of time?
Malfagor.
Yeah.
Malfagor.
No.
Malfagor, that's it. Malfagor told Eva that there's something wrong with all of us and you can just feel it.
Yeah.
We're just babies. Eva has something hidden.
Well, I guess if we all wanted to, the other thing is that all of us who talk to Malfagor could share what he told us. However, just depends if you think your character would do that. Personally,
no,
I would have Sable say it if they believed that there was some truth to it. As in, if someone else said something and it seemed kind of like it might have any truth to it, Sable might bring up it. But because the thing that he said to Sable is literally, oh, haha, you don't know your real dad, Sable's kind of like, bullshit, no. And if it is bullshit, I don't want to believe that, and I'm just going to randomly tell people, guys, I think my dad not be my real dad.
Guys, this is like unrelated whatsoever.
Yeah.
My shitty ass manager, one of my co-workers went and sent her the clown emoji when she finished saying something.
That's insane. That's really
Get
funny.
wrecked.
Fuck Charlene.
Bozo.
Also, thoughts on the art I have also sent in the chat for Shiro.
Awesome, love it.
Oh, little girl.
Is
Fantastic.
Charlene still the manager there?
Charlene is, yes.
Is she still managing?
Yes.
Fair.
And I really want to cry and quit. You know, it's only 4 other staff members there as well.
Yikes.
And
Oh,
Deli.
we're back. Welcome
Yeah.
back.
And that was totally not for any reason.
Mhm.
None at all.
That was just me saying, "Hey, bring me that jacket that you got in Melbourne. I want to wear it."
No,
Yeah,
this
Gib.
is mine.
Yeah. But yeah, all of you know that there's a big stress on the fact that Farron's the only one who can talk to the dragons. That there's actually been some discussions over what might happen when Farron eventually does pass away. Like what the relationship with the dragons is going to be like after that. Because there won't really be anyone who can like broach like that linguistic barrier. Especially because dragons are more animalistic, um, but like spells like speak with animals and stuff do not work on them. So yeah. But yeah, so apparently Shiro and Chaos can talk to their dragons, but everything you have been taught says that this is impossible.
Yeah. I like the idea that the universe was like, damn, Farron's about to die and he's the only one that can talk to dragons. Not to worry, guys. Multiply it. Don't let it give it.
Armor.
Kidding. That's just really funny. The idea of just like adding a +4 of like cards to everyone else, being like, don't worry about it, guys.
Well, look, I'm not sure if I believe this. I never heard of anyone else talking to dragons. But and he like Yarrick looks at Chaos and Shiro. He's like, I know you two are a trustworthy lot, so I'm willing to accept what you're saying, but just know that I'm keeping an open mind that you might be wrong.
I suppose that is fine.
But as Dumas said, you're our friends, so I'll take you at your word that what you said is true.
Okay.
Don't tell anyone you said that.
Huh?
Saying
What,
that.
that we're friends?
Bro. No. Chaos and Shiro. Don't tell anyone that you think that you've heard your dragons talk.
Oh, don't worry. I do not trust many other people around here anymore.
Amber says, well, I guess, what is it, camaraderie and brotherhood and bullshit. I guess we're all in it together now, huh?
We're all in this together. Sorry.
Oh, I'm not even there
You
to
should be
hear it. What
ashamed
the
of
fuck?
yourself.
hey, what? She just went, just started metagaming and just started speaking to the sky when she heard me. It's just Sable opens their mouth, like not even mouthing the words, just like opens their mouth and just hears my voice come out. We're all in this together.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was so dumb.
When they say we're all of this together, Shiro sort of gets a quick glance of fear.
Are you all right, Shiro? What's wrong?
It's fine.
Please tell me you don't have any more dark secrets that you need to tell us right now.
No.
Are you sure?
Not right now.
No.
Not right now.
Oh God. Well, what are we gonna do going forth with this? We know that there's some centipede dragon guy, who took Angus. We now know that 2 of our companions are probably going insane, but apparently can hear their dragons talking.
I
What do
do not
we?
think I have the capabilities to go insane. I'm so normal.
What does that mean?
That was a
They
doubt
will
I
turn
wasn't.
to him so slowly and just
I
the most
I
disappointed
mean,
look.
I am so healthy that I do not think that is possible.
Chaos, are you sure about that?
Stare him with a judgmental stare.
Okay, that was not me though. That was different. For me, actual me, and he's pointing at himself in the chest. I think I am. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now.
That is a good idea.
It is at that point that you actually hear I'm going for a walk and I'm singing a little song and I'm gonna come up in there. And Ith walks up the stairs holding what seems to be a really big bundle under his arm. And he's like, here's the lot of you. I didn't think everyone was going to be here. You're probably all late to your classes. Now, what lot are you doing here?
I'm grounded.
Well, I was aware. That's why I was coming here to see you, Chaos.
Oh, I do not know why the others are here. Don't. No, they are keeping me company.
Everyone is cheering.
Everyone looks so serious. Come on, all y'all.
People pretending they're like leaving now. Oh no, the floor is.
No, I must head off to combat
Oh, where
class.
has the time gone?
Oh, Lion, yes, come with us. Amber, yes, we were just heading off, and like Mars like fucking booking it out of here. Like,
I love Dumas.
Dee Dee's like, well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm going for a bath.
I'm a figment of your imagination, and Cheryl will pop the invisibility.
Oh, and he's gone.
Sorry.
How long has he been able to do that? Wait, where'd he go?
Sable barely noticed.
Wait, that's right. I saw that yesterday. Good things. Now, Chaos, hop up here on this barrel. And Ike is going to, with one hand, grab like in under your arm and grab your torso and lift you up and sit you on the barrel.
He has never been so like uncomfortable in and startled at the same time.
Yeah. I will say Ike's like fist is like comparable to the size of your like chest. Like the whole chest. Yeah. So when he does that, like his thumb is like sternum size. So he like grabs you and just like picks you up and like puts you up on the barrel. And he's like, "Well, I did say I have a little surprise today. Now, if the others could please go, we need a touch of privacy." And like, yeah, people are dispersing. Yarek's just gonna head off as well. Dee Dee, as she said, she's going to the baths. If anyone would like to go to the quote-unquote baths as well, feel free. They'll actually have a map for it now, so you guys can see. This is what the bathhouse looks like. That's on the level beneath where you guys are.
Damn. This is a nice bathhouse. I low-key was kind of imagining not this.
Yeah.
I was imagining something much more plain and boring.
You guys are in like a super fancy wizard castle. Why would they have boring shit?
I don't know. Also a school, and I was kind of just imagining like medieval version of school bathrooms. Like
yeah,
I know,
but we're fantasy.
yeah, but like school bathrooms, they suck. I just felt like we just probably also had sucky bathrooms, even though I know objectively that's probably not true.
Isidore is going to go off to her room. What is Aoife and Sable doing?
Aoife, would you like to go first?
Sorry, Aoife was trying not to get eaten by a ghost. Okay. Actually, no, Sable, you can go first.
Okay, I was just gonna say, if we're meant to be going to class, well, my teacher is here, so I think Sable's probably gonna wait until they can go to class, or would Sable possibly have any other classes they're going to?
I'll say potentially you guys have a magic items class at the moment. So you're supposed to be off with Rylith working on your magical items.
Okay.
I'll say
I
that
think
Isa would have been the only one who like actually showed up on time.
Yeah.
Because they went off, they did like a light bit of training, and then they're like, okay, I'm warmed up for the day, time to head to class. And they have been alone in the classroom.
Can I
What
get
a rile.
proficiency in
Please free me.
I'll have Sable go to the class then, just because if
Yeah.
my only other teacher is actively here and I'm also trying not to look suspicious, I'm not just gonna flunk out of class. Meanwhile, Isidore's like, no, I just decided I'm not going to class today. I'm going back to my room.
Yes. Charlie, you were saying what proficiency is Shira getting?
The one that will help me make the thing quicker.
Huh.
So craftsman?
Probably craftsman's tools. Or I'm pretty sure there is like specific magical item tools, but we could just put craftsman's tools. Yeah. How do you go about getting that? Like, is that like a small ritual or what?
I think it was just meditation. So like during like before sleep or
Yeah.
like meditating by himself.
Yeah, okay. We can say that you did that last night then.
Mm.
But cool. Yeah, and so as everyone disperses, sorry, Aoife, are you also going to class?
Yes.
Okay, Aoife, you're also heading to
Yes.
class. Chaos. Now that you're kind of up on this barrel, Ith is going to be like, right, this might get a bit uncomfortable, but, and he is going to lay out on the bench here the bundle that he has.
What? I'm gonna go. You
Oh, is
guys.
Lion still there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Lion's going to
Goodbye.
class as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
so.
And Ith is going to lay out the bundle and unwrap them. And inside there is a leg and an arm. Now, would you like to describe what these look like, Val?
Okay.
I will
So
say
they would.
the only restraint is that they are wood.
Yes. Okay.
Now
Great.
you can describe them however you wish. I just had to preface that.
It's probably like because I was just drawing it actually, but I can't show that thing yet because it's not at chaos level yet. So
Yep.
it's kind of like it's been it's okay. Hold on, I got this. Okay, so you know when people like train trees to grow a certain way, um,
Yeah.
someone's probably like made like a frame of some kind and trained like some oak or bark of some kind to grow in a certain shape. And so it looks like it's been like a misshapen arm, but it's kind of kept growing in a way. So there's like twigs and pieces that are like kind of jutted out a little bit from the main arm itself. So it's a little bit more like spiky and branchy, but it's twisted around itself enough to kind of create a good solid arm and leg shape. At the joints would be a more well carved sort of ball joint, probably to allow articulation. And then the hands are like claws to and like the fingernail claws are kind of like sharpened and pointed as well. It would all be the one type of wood though, and it would be kind of like really dried out at this point.
And the leg is of similar vibes. Just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
large tendrils that have like been interwoven. And it's like a big like
yeah.
log like.
It's like a mix of bark and the tree itself mixed together, so it's like got layers and twists and stuff like that. Yeah.
Here
And
we
I
are.
imagine if it sticks with chaos long enough that his greenery would grow over it and help it kind of grow more. But yeah,
We will see.
we will see how long he has these.
Here we are. Work on myself. Ah.
Oh,
Yeah, and he's going to grab the arm, and he is going to go around to your left side, and it's because you still you've lost the arm like all the way up at the shoulder, so you've only got
Yeah.
like the smallest of stubs there, and so he is going to like press on the top of your shoulder and get it, and almost just with like a pop, pops on, and you get like a tingling, almost like a rush of warmth, that you can feel travel down the shoulder, the bicep, down the forearm, and like as it gets to the fingers like twitch and then can clench shut into a fist, giving off like a dull green yellow glow for a few seconds, and then like fading away, but the arm remains with its articulation. And he grabs the leg, and a very similar sensation as he like pops onto like the stump of like halfway up your thigh,
Oh,
as it
oh,
and the points where it is connected, you can almost see like small tendrils are like standing out, almost like roots, and like digging further in and like gripping onto other parts of the armor, as well. So they're like properly fused together, at least for now.
Mm.
Yeah,
He's
how
what?
long?
gonna take this in for a long moment and kind of like just stare down, like wide-eyed almost, as he's watching his own limbs. Well, they're not his limbs, but they move like they're his limbs. And he's gonna turn his hand over and like inspect it in a way, and then he's gonna like reach it and touch it so gingerly with his metal hand for a moment, and then he's gonna look back at his metal, like the armor on his other hand, and he's just gonna pause for a long moment. I do not know what to say.
There's nothing you need to say. You're a student in my care. You got injured. I want to make sure you had a all right recovery. Now it's not
did,
perfect, but it'll do for now.
did you make these?
Yeah, I used me druid skills to grow the wood, and I worked with Muriel, and even Sir Royalist came round, and Master
You
Jake did the enchantment at the end, but for the most part, I provided all the parts, infused it with a bit of druidic magics. You should still be able to cast spells with it.
you grew these for me?
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Well, no need to get upset.
I'm sorry. Uh,
Well,
I like them
uh,
so much. I like them very much.
yeah. Well, it's all right. I actually made it with something special too. So, you know, if you look closely, it's not quite normal wood.
Uh-huh.
Here, there, it is made of shadow wood. So it's actually stuff that you find in the Shadowfell.
Oh.
Usually, when you have a shadow wood, there's a little spirit that lives in the tree. And the one that was there gave me this bit of wood to work with, and to grow into the correct shapes.
He's just
So,
gonna like start like if
mm,
it's so clear that he's crying, but you can't see it because of his helmet, but he's just like shaking visibly, and his
oi there,
shoulders are like shuddering.
oi there, come here. And Ice's gonna step forward and like help you to your feet, and he's gonna pull you into to like hug you out like with his side, like with one arm, not like a full embrace. But he's like, it's all right,
He's
it's all
gonna
right, you'll
lean
be
in for a
fine.
full embrace and hug
Oh,
him really, really, really tight.
it's okay, it's fine.
I did
Us
not
druids
think
gotta
it was
stick together.
possible. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Mm. Now, you're gonna have to look after it well for a bit, but uh, your other limbs, uh, Mrs. Adore, she came to me last night and said that she was going to have someone come round to look at them. So, uh, I don't know how long it'll be, but there'll be a chance to potentially get your old stuff working again. She's got some people looking at it, but I'll leave that up to you.
They can. Can I have them back?
It's what they've already been sent off.
Where to?
Or to the
Who is
capital, of course. In the Darnmore.
The capital?
Of course. Royal officers can't come all the way out here.
Well, yeah,
You'll
I
be fine.
guess.
So, you now basically have a wooden arm and a wooden leg that, if you want, you can remove at will.
Awesome. I can
But
throw
they
my
are
arm at people.
I have a
Need a
question
hand.
after.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The caveat of this, because of your wooden limbs, you now have a weakness to fire.
Fuck! Well, I kind of
Um,
already had that anyway for flavor in terms of
wait. Let
my.
let me double check. I just need to double check with Shadowwood if that is actually
Oh,
because I just remembered this is actually a different. It's like a wood from the Shadowfell, so it's actually like Fey wood.
ooh.
I need to double check.
Is it a certain
Uh,
color?
it would just be like a dark, like a dark grayish green. But you
Oh,
could go more like the green black that like clothes are if you want.
okay.
Realistically, you can make it whatever color you want for your aesthetic.
Okay, awesome.
I'm not going to be like there's only one color wood in all the Shadowfell.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, I should have, because it being Shadowwood was a change to what I initially had it. Okay, so yeah, you are going to have a weakness to fire, so you will take increased fire damage. But once a day, you can activate as a reaction magic resistance. So basically, you would get advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects till the end of your turn.
Magic
So
resistance.
yeah. So if something tries to charm you, you could as a reaction, I activate like the magical resistance.
Okay.
And you get to basically have advantage. And then if someone tries to cast banishment on you in the same turn, you can be like, I have advantage on that save, like stuff like that.
Hmm.
So
Awesome.
resistance to fire, magic resistance, and this is probably the biggest one. You have a -1 to all weapon attacks.
No!
Yeah.
No!
So if you've got like a +5 or whatever at the moment, it's now a +4. So
G.
Okay, I'll just
yeah.
add that to the attack of my present cleaver because that's all I ever fucking use.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
Just
fucking.
make sure you write a note of that somewhere though.
It's
So that
so
is the
fucking hard to write anything and edit anything on these sheets when you're not leveling up. Oh my god, how do I do this? What the
you're
heck?
in Roll20, right?
Yeah.
In the bottom right on the main page, you could like where it has like wild shape and stuff like that, you can click the
Mm.
plus down there, and that'll like in the bottom right, you can click the plus and add like wooden limbs and then write that stuff in there.
Okay.
Like yeah, I'll make a section for you and you can write the
Yeah, it's not letting me
limbs.
plus it myself.
Okay. Weakness to fire damage, weakness, um magical resistance.
Thank you.
It's okay. Once magical resistance reaction once per day. Once per day. You can expand upon that
Yeah.
somewhere in the future. And -1 to all attack rolls. So essentially, because you now have like prosthetic limbs,
Mm.
yeah, that for now, at the very least, is just you getting used to them. you're not quite as it's not quite in your own skin, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So you're just not quite as your AC hasn't dropped or anything. Because there's a magical wood and it has been enchanted, so it's basically as hard as steel. But yes, there we
Sweet, I don't
go.
even need my armor over it. Awesome.
Yeah, so you should be able to see wooden limbs on it now.
Yeah, I can see that. Thank you.
Okay. So, is there anything else that anyone would like to do?
I would like to ask questions.
Yes. Go ahead, Charlie.
Is this Feywood connected in any way to the stuff I've been making masks out of?
Roll. Did Shiro stay? Because he went invisible. I actually wasn't sure where he went. Were you staying in the room to watch this all go down?
No.
Well, then I'm gonna say I can't answer that
Until you
question.
see chaos, I think you can't inspect it.
Right. And second question. I know monks can sense ki, but can Shiro sort of sense things like soul in a way?
No, I don't
Okay.
think you
Good.
can.
No
I think at
problem.
higher levels you might be able to. Let me double check, just because I need.
It's
I'll
more
quickly
of a
read.
flavor question.
No,
more
it's
than
fine.
yeah.
I'm just going to read if your subclass allows you to do that stuff, because definitely being a fucking phantom monk, phantom rogue, I'd be surprised if you could.
I know it's
do that.
I know I can see invisible creatures at a certain level, but yeah.
Yeah. Look, I would say in the context of this, no. Like if a creature died near you, I would say that yeah, you'd be able to sense its soul immediately after it died.
It's more so like I was just asking more so like the shape of someone's soul, like.
No, you're not Mahito from fucking
Okay.
JJK.
Okay,
So,
fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions does anyone have? Anyone? No? Okay, sweet. I said, is there any other questions that anyone has?
No. Good. I don't know
If not, that is okay. All right. So, we cut forward to 2 weeks later when the party is. Oh my god. Sorry. Why is this now? Stop fucking up. Oh my god. Sorry. Why is this happening now? Of course, nothing can just ever go right. There we go. Here we go. We cut to 2 weeks later. At the keep, you guys were basically given an assignment and told that in one of the outlying areas of the Aldrich Empire, there had been reports of a dragon going wild. No one is sure what's going on, and the Lord in the area is unable to veer that far south to the base of the Rusty Maple Forest. So is going to be unable to actually respond to this. So the first years have been sent on this mission. Your only goal is to subdue the dragon and to either relocate it if possible, or if required, put it down in the most humane way possible. Make sure there's no untoward suffering or joy that anyone's taking from this. Because occasionally dragons do just go mad, or they do react and go extremely violent. So this is something that you have all been made aware of in your studies. So you have, I guess this is like south of the Rusty Maple Forest. Otherwise, it would be like the grey trees with like the orange leaves. It's I think let me look at the world map or the map of Aldrich Empire.
The Rusty Maple Forest is where Chaos is living,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
It's
good.
even like this is so far south, it's almost in the Foreseer Isle. But the lord that is typically in this area, the dragon lord in this area, is unable to go there. So they've asked for some assistance. So, as prospective riders, you guys have been sent to go deal with this. And I'm going to let you all choose what teacher do you take with you on this mission? They are there to observe and offer advice if necessary.
I'm
Well, we're not
sorry.
fucking taking Jake.
I missed the first half of this mission. What is the mission?
Subduing a dragon.
Basically, what has happened is down in the south. Let me here. I will pull the world map in so you guys can look at it.
I know
There
you
we go.
said
So
past the maple forest,
it's
but I
fine.
didn't hear.
Like down here, like near these mountain ranges and stuff, there are additional forests. But basically, there have been reports of a dragon going wild and attacking people in like the area. So you guys have basically been tasked with going to where this
No.
dragon is
No.
and subduing it. Calming it down, or knocking it unconscious, or defeating it. Preferably without any more innocent civilians being hurt. And your only goal really is to subdue the dragon, or if necessary, put it down in the most humane way possible.
Okay.
Make sure that if it is unable to be quelled or anything, or unable to be calmed, at the very least, people who understand dragons and have a fundamental care for dragons is someone who's like, look, we've tried everything we can. We're going to need to put this dragon down. It just seems too far gone. So, like, you guys, this is a power that has been bestowed on you. You are acting in the full capacity of dragon riders out in the world. And you are being sent down to that area. And I'm letting you all, as a collective, decide which teacher you would like to take with you on this mission.
We are not taking Jake.
Tiberius.
That much was obvious. I feel like Chaos and Sable probably have the same teacher that they want to take.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So I take it you two want to take Ith?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Does anyone else have any lecturers or any teachers that they would like to take with them? I will list through them all in case you guys have forgotten any of them. So there is obviously
Tiberius.
Farron, who's probably going to be busy. There is Jake. There is
Wait, we
Rylith.
should try and take Farron.
oh
You
my
can,
god.
if you wish, I will allow you. I will do some rolls to see if he will go with you. But we can get to that in a moment. So because this is like your first official capacity mission. Like this isn't we set up a little dungeon for you guys to go in. They're like, no, they're like real stakes here. So we're going to send you with someone. And they're going to let you do what you need to do. But if it seems like, oh shit, that civilian's going to get hurt, they will step in.
Right.
So Farron, Jake, Rylith, then Lorenzo. Gwyn is there, but she is not a fighter in any capacity, so she would probably be unwilling to go. You have Ith Bloodedmore. You have Tiberius. You have Aaron Sparrowhawk, who is the rogue teacher. There's Muriel, who is the cleric that healed Chaos. And I think that's all the lecturers you guys have really dealt with so far.
Tiberius.
Yeah. So we have one vote for Tiberius.
No, I actually don't care. We can. My vote is for Farron.
Okay, so we have one vote for Farron.
Just
Hero will ask
is it
the
just
rogue
us?
teacher.
Is it the whole year again?
Pardon, sorry?
Sorry, is it just us or was it the whole year going?
I'll say it's just you guys for the sake of not having to control 24
Okay, that's
characters.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if the others also came, then I guess we'd have to take into account whatever the NPCs say, aka then Nick would have to put his own opinion in.
I choose Farron with 6 votes. No, I'm joking.
Actually,
No,
there would be 5 votes, actually, to be correct.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, one of those NPCs.
You killed one off,
isn't here
remember?
anymore. I forgot about that. I forget that he's dead.
He has the balls to ask Farron to come with us.
Farron has no aura to Chaos right now. He's just an old man.
Real.
In the 2 weeks since, you would have seen him again.
Yeah, I know. He's just an old man, though.
Yeah, okay, we can go with that. But yeah, so we have a vote for Farron, and so is there 2 votes for Ith?
Yeah.
Because this will be the last thing we do. The encounter will actually happen next session.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
What do you guys like? 2 votes for Ith, I think we had.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'll vote for Farron because I think it would be really interesting.
Okay. Yep. 2 votes for Farron, 2 for Ith.
Make it 3. 3 for Farron. I'm curious.
Okay. 3 for
Charlie,
Farron.
do you want Ith or do you want Farron?
Is Ith the rogue
He's
teacher?
the druid one.
No, yeah. No, Shira can vote for Aaron, Lady Aaron. She is the rogue teacher, basically. Are there any other votes? 3, 2. No, that's all 6 of you. So, Farron, let me do a roll, because if this roll is not high enough, he actually will not depart with you because he is too busy doing other stuff.
50-50.
Will that mean that we get like
You would get Ith, the second place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
With a 17, Farron will be accompanying you
Oh,
on this mission.
What have we done?
Party gang,
What
high
have we
five.
done?
We're getting some peak shit right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god, are we having let's have bonding time with Mama.
Let's go dragon hunting with Mama.
Like
Okay,
the
well,
we're off to see the wizard, we're off to hunt dragons with the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Aetherbound.
oh my god.
Real.
Chaos is displeased by this.
My question would be, I'm interested if next session, if we find out if Farron knows who voted for him and who didn't, because it'd be really funny if he's like, why the fuck did these 3 vote for me? And why did these 3 not?
I suppose that's important. Who actually goes and asks Farron?
Lion will do it.
I just
yeah, that's about right.
Okay, let's role play this out. No, before we wrap up.
Letter.
Oh, okay. Sable votes to do a letter. Lion, I assume you're just walking up to him to ask.
Yeah.
No, I mean literally, like I just assumed that they were that like whoever was assigning this task was going to be like, okay, just write down who you want, and then we'll go get them for you. The concept of Lion just walking up to Farron, yo, hang out with me.
Yeah.
Let's role play it out. So, where are you trying to approach Farron? Because he is around the campus sometimes, but more often than not, he is in the Aether Spire, like in the tower.
Yeah.
Or
I'd
he
say
can
the
be found
tower.
in that main laboratory with like the teleporting circle. That lets you travel to different cities. So you just approach him while he's like working in the lab one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you walk in, he's like working with some beakers, like he's doing some kind of alchemy. He's wearing what looks to be like a welder's mask. As he pours one liquid into another, and it flashes so brightly it leaves spots in your vision. And you hear him like muttering like, "Oh, that was a failure. Attempt 487." And he like turns like a page next to him and scribbles in some notes. Used too much silver. Young
Sir?
Master Lion.
Hello, sir. How's it going?
Ah, well, one's studies are never over. How may I help you?
Don't say that to me. I'm only at the beginning of my studies, bro.
Oh, and you'll be at them till the day you die. Trust me.
Great.
Isn't it exciting?
Yeah. Look, we've got a thing that's kind of coming up, and we got to pick somebody to come
Yes.
with us.
Yes, I heard. I dispatched Rylith to deliver to send the letters to you about the
Yeah.
dragon. It is a
So what are you
shame.
up
It
to?
is. It does have. Excuse me.
Like, what are you up to on those days? You want to come for a jaunt?
Oh my
Because like we were
Hmm.
thinking, we keep getting fucked over by these missions. So how are we gonna? Oh yeah, let's just ask like the most powerful dragon rider to come with us.
I suppose. And he's like taking off the like the mask and stuff, and he's like, I suppose I could spare the time. Perhaps it
Come
is.
stretch your legs. When was the
Perhaps
last time you
it's.
did something fun?
I suppose that is true. My life is much devoted to its to my work. And I suppose it is about time that I come see firsthand how your studies are progressing.
You can do the 487th test another time. You know, this'll still be
Yes,
here.
but it might always be the next for experimentation that gathers the results that one needs.
You sound like an ad for gambling. You gotta get out of here, man. You gotta
I
touch some
I
grass.
I am.
Why, why did you let
He
me do
does
this?
he chuckles a little bit like at that, and he's like, I suppose I used to have a bit of a bit of a vice for playing dice, but
Wait, actually? Dude, I
oh, you
bet
should
you
have
look
seen me in my
crazy on the
youth.
town.
The games, the women, the
Oh,
prestige. Ah,
bro, come out with us.
I
Come
suppose it would
on.
be. I suppose then I shall depart with you. Make sure
Woo.
that you are ready soon. I will prepare the summoning circle.
Yes, sir. I'll let the others know. Thank you.
Mhm.
We'll see you in a second.
Please,
Hmm.
please tell me that we are gonna get to see his dragons. At least one of them. This mission.
Would you like me to tell you whether you do or not? Because I think we'll end off with you guys heading off. So you've all
Yeah.
gathered with your dragons. You've all appeared in the Aether Spire with your dragons in tow, and Farron is standing with a small, almost like a doctor's little bag, like a doctor's bag, um, at his side with it, and his cane in the other. And he's like, "All right, are we ready to depart then? It's been a while since I have been down south. The nice warm air would be good for me. Now," and he taps his staff on the ground with like a rap, almost like knocking on a door, and the magic circle glows. The runes on the floor illuminating the room, and he gestures for you to step through.
Nice. Tight.
And as everyone is like teleporting away as they step into it, you find yourself in a small stronghold. It only has about 20 guards in it. And it just seems to be like a small base on like the right near the bridge that crosses from the mainland over to Forcia Isle. It seems like a smaller stronghold, but clearly somewhere that is well guarded, reasonably well guarded, that allows the people to teleport quickly around the kingdom. And as you make your way outside of this stronghold, there is a sound like thunder rolling across the sky. And as Farron walks out of the teleporting circle and looks into the air, you see two dragons. One small and like small, probably only about the size of it's probably like 6 meters long. So not a tiny dragon, but small in comparison to some of the dragons you've seen. But it has a golden scales and a blue belly, a blue underbelly. The bottoms of its wings also like this sky blue. And as it's flying through the air, the roll of thunder is following behind it. And behind it in the air, flying almost lazily through the air, is a large stone dragon, almost gargoyle-esque in appearance. The sound of like granite as its wings flap as it goes through the air. And as the small golden dragon, almost like a bolt of lightning, slams into the ground, making a small crater around them. And the large gargoyle one, just like a meteor, crashes into the earth and then steps up and shakes its body completely unaffected by the crash. These are Farron's dragons Master, like Mastor, like Mastor, and Salathrium.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
And
gargoyle one is the one
That was
from
fucking
they
sick.
all met
Yeah.
but didn't know they met, right?
Yes.
Okay,
And
cool.
and that is where we will leave that session.
Woo!
Yippee!
Watching these sessions.
Yippee!
Yay.
Some of you have seen Pyraxius. Like that one time when it used its wing to fucking hit Everett out of the fucking sky. And that dragon was like impossibly huge. Like
Yeah.
at least that's how it feels. So these dragons are very small in comparison to that. Like I said, Master's like 6 meters in length total. Like this is like not much larger than Toothless. Like that big. And Salathrium is like closer to like 15 meters long. So like more than like I think when you scale it up, they're like quadruple the size of Master.
Sorry, which one is the gargoyle one? I'm sorry, I'm trying to.
Salathrium.
Okay, cool.
I can put the descriptions of them into the chat.
Would be great, thank you. I
Nick,
love.
how did you get these names? Did you use fantasy name generator?
No, you'd be surprised. I generally translate words that are in English into stuff like Italian or Spanish.
No, I was kidding. I
or-
know. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was kidding. I was like, I love
Aladdin's always a good
asking
one
people
too.
when they come up with fantasy names, asking if they use fantasy name generator.
I normally button smash and then remove stuff and then add stuff to make it look like a word. And then I search up the word to make sure it doesn't mean anything bad.
I go and actually like I maybe put in more effort than I should. I go and like figure out if like even if they're a fantasy character, if I think not always. Sometimes I just come up with the name like Sable. I just thought of, but that's a real name. But if I'm trying to think of like a
Do you want to
name,
know what I do?
I go and just like actually decide if I think my character has an ethnicity or a cultural background, and I go research names from that, and then go and look for their meanings as well, and then try and pick things based on their meaning as well, and what sounds best. And I've spent way too long doing that. What do you do, Huey?
Yeah, Lion's name was
I
pretty
too have an
creative.
incredibly no. I also have an incredibly complex process. Okay, it's just so complex that I can't articulate it to all y'all. So
No, I understand.
that's what it was. Thank you. Thank you.
What was the inspiration of behind Lion's name?
It's too complex. I'm sorry. You just wouldn't.
No.
You just wouldn't understand it.
You see, I think me and Lion are actually on the same process because our names are both words, just with a different letter. So I think we're actually both on the same part here. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you can pronounce our name.
Sure is actually Latin.
Nick, can I ask a question? You didn't get to finish what you were saying about the fantasy names
Yeah.
you
Sorry.
picked. You
Oh,
no.
yeah. What about him?
Well, you were saying that you go and like find English names and then go look at them in like other things like Italian and stuff. But like, do you just then leave them as the Italian version, or do you still put a little spin on it?
I'll like remove letters here and there, and like I'll say the name out loud, and like, oh, does that feel like it flows off the tongue? Like Mastor, I think it has like Master, which is like pronounced like Masta. But I remember like all three of their names, like Pyraxius, Salathrium, and Mastor. They had stuff to do with the inspiration for them. I remember that. I'm someone who likes to do that and like likes to use names as a way to like explain shit. I'm just putting in the arts and crafts chat actually the inspo for images for each of these dragons.
Oh, of course, Slife of the Sky Dragon's in there. I want that card, bro.
Yeah, that's what Pyraxius is kind of looking like.
That's what Val made for his birthday gift last year. Is
Yeah,
that dragon?
that actually is currently in my kitchen. I'm pretty sure.
It made
Jesus
it.
Christ,
Up on a
I'm
shelf.
surprised it's still alive.
Yeah, we were really
I
cautious
made
with
sure.
it. Yeah,
I would have died before that thing fell apart.
Jesus. It was crumbling before I even gave it to you. How is it still alive?
I like him. I like it. Okay, to be fair, Master and Salathrium are boys, and Pyraxis is actually a girl.
I love that.
Yeah, you know, we love big, strong women, so...
Of course.
Big scary lady.
Half the cast.
For reference, like for how big Pyraxius is, if Farron were to stand on Pyraxius, they could stand on like the little purple orb thing in like Slight of the Sky Dragon's head. Like that's the scale. You know, she's huge. Master is like glowy gold, but like yeah, his like the throat of him and like his underbelly and underside of his wings is all sky blue. So
Just so you know, I'm looking up all of like the names that you've made. I know you made them, but I'm now researching and trying to figure out their original names since you kind of give them a little reasoning for each. I've also done the same thing with many of my OCs, which is why I was like, I need to see if I can pick up any clues in the names now.
yeah.
Like
It's been so long that I can't even remember. Like I remember doing it while I'm doing like I remember while I'm doing it, it's like, oh yes, this is so cool. Yeah.
Well, I know Diego, I just called Diego, but then I had to think of his last name, and I spent a while trying to decide a last name, and I just also, sorry, I'm just smacking the air, there's a bug. And then I, like for his, not for his birth family, Val decided the name for that one, but like his adopted family, I've spent some time trying to pick out a name that felt suiting, because, yay. So it was something... I'm talking about picking names for your OCs and stuff, and like saying that like when I picked Diego's name, I just picked Diego's name because it felt fitting. But when I picked like his adopted family's last name, Vargas, I kind of picked that like I picked that specifically also because I spent some time trying to look up the meaning and stuff, and it's also like yeah. And then even I did it with Mick as well. And then I just let Nick name Glare. He just he
I think I did really think out the meaning behind his Diego's actual name, like the the burning thing. And then I forgot that I did that. And then when you told me, I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that checks out. But I forgot I did that because I've just had that name for so long and just haven't done anything with it. So I was like, yeah, I totally did that on purpose. I actually did, but I forgot I did.
Sometimes I will say I just come up with names like on the spot, like Pyraxius. I'm looking at it now. Pyraxis, it's like one U less, is literally a dragon in D&D, and I'm like, huh. Cool.
I just looked up Pyraxius just to see, and just looked up origin to see whatever Google thinks is the real thing. And it came up with Pyrexia, which is ancient Greek, which means fever and I was like, yeah, all right, that checks out.
Here's some of the other ones. I know that like Annum, Louvel, Everett, Viridian, like they're all like direct things. Like Everett means brave, hardy, or strong. What is? I think viridian is literally a type of green.
Well,
A bluish
Sable's
green pigment can, yeah, bluish green pigment. Anum, like ANAM. That soul or spirit in Iric Gaelic. It means blessing or gift or blessed. It's an Islamic name. Or like Louvel. I'm sure that's got a proper meaning. Louvel means apparently means little wolf. I don't know about that. But yeah.
I didn't know Sable.
Whiskey's very clear what that is.
Yeah.
Prospero, I know that I chose that one just because I knew I wanted to have the fattest, little roundest dragon ever. So I just off the dome came up with that one. And then having the second year's dragons were names just off the top of my head, like Razor for the giant platinum covered bladed dragon. Stein is the name of Florence's dragon, which is an orange autumn leaf pattern plated small dragon. And then the third one is Biscuit, who is a 3-headed dragon with crystal-like scales all over its body.
What a name.
Yeah.
Well,
These people aren't super creative. Spite is the name of Lorenzo's dragon. The one that he just like punts into the ground and shit like that. The one that loves to explode.
I didn't put any thought into the names I gave for Sable, Bubby, or Bernice. They were purely just instinct. I didn't know Sable's name. It was actually really kind of like depressing. It's another name. It just means dark and gloomy.
Yeah,
and
sable
like
colored. It means like black, dark colored.
it's black. So Sable, I didn't mean to, but I gave Sable a name basically meaning they're the black sheep of the family, and they are the black sheep of the family. And I didn't notice until Nick pointed it out to me that Sable, like, because we were talking about the fact that since Sable is non-binary and Fearbolgs actually choose their own last names, like each individual Fearbolg has their own last name unique to them. And I was like, oh, has Sable picked their first name then? Because they haven't picked their last name. I wonder if they've changed their like name before. And then Nick was like, well, if they did, then that means Sable picked the most emo fucking name they could find. They were like, I'm the dark sheep of the family.
I remember we were talking about the fact that Fearbolgs don't really have names.
Yeah.
They've like kind of had to adjust to being in like a different kind of settlement. Like Fearbolgs, like yes, they do have their own names, but it's all in like Giantish, which doesn't have a real proper like spoken language. It's more like deep humming and other stuff. Like it's more like it's different. It's a different kind of communication.
No one in this group could say Sable's real name.
Yeah,
like
Sable's colonizer name is Sable.
Yeah, Sable. This is very much like if you have like a friend that you meet from a different country and they're like and they're like visiting or something, like if you've especially like I don't know if your school's ever had any exchange students, but a lot of times exchange students would then like pick an English name while they were staying, even if it was just like even just for funsies. Like I kind of just registered Sable as kind of like actively doing that, and then none of you know their real name. Or like Sable's mum probably would talk to them in Giantish, and like if you guys visit their house, their parents are going to be talking to them and call them like their Giantish name, and you guys will be like, who are they talking about? And they're like, me.
Sable's dad
my real name.
very much talks more in Giantish than he does in Common. Like
Yeah.
when Chaos and Isidore were there, most of their conversation was probably done with the mother.
Yeah.
I like because obviously it gets flavored in different worlds and stuff. Like I liked the fact like when Sable went home, like they were kilometers away from their house, but they could hear their father's singing being carried on the wind because it's like such a deep, like rumbling, like sound that's like resonating over the hills. That like, yeah, maybe your standard human or something would be like, huh, what is that? Yeah, probably nothing. But to Sable, it was like a song about working hard and like, providing for your family and stuff. Like,
I
a song
sometimes
about
forget.
heritage and stuff.
I sometimes forget that when we're talking, like when we were role playing, like Sable's family all talking to each other, even though we were speaking English to each other, like that's just because that's how they sound to each other. Like they were probably not actively.
No. It's very much like a bilingual home.
I think that there's also another. I'm sorry, I'm just yapping now because this is interesting to me. But another thing would be that
yes, if anyone would like to head off, feel free to. We're just yapping.
I love the app. I'm just sitting and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I might go to bed. I'm actually really fucking tired.
Okay, night.
Bye. Bye.
Matt, I just noticed Maddie's message. We're never getting to Stir and Liz. I'm sorry, they weren't supposed to have another 2 hours of talking. Charlie, you fucking bastard! No,
Not bad, but it needed to be said.
No, it was great.
Yes,
I was like,
wonderful.
yes, you guys are gonna fight a drag. Oh wait, RP.
Yeah.
We got the yappers tears there. Everyone was here. We're yapping.
Well, I don't know if Nick saw, but I did say like I was kind of considering if Sable would try and visit home while they're like so close. Like if they could afterwards somehow be like, oh no, we should totally go to my house, please, please let me go home. I just want to go visit my house.
No, hear me out. We can do that. Farron will meet your parents.
I don't think Farron would. I don't think Sable would have the balls to say that in front of Farron when they know that it's not encouraged for us to go back home. But I guess if we needed to stay the night anywhere, Sable would be like, "We can stay in my barn."
What did you guys think of the descriptions of Salathrium? The way he lands, he doesn't land; he crashes into the earth.
It's beautiful.
I liked it. I liked it.
Oh, very great.
Like he just like he doesn't even slow down. He just flies at the ground, and that's how he stops.
Thanks for listening to Craig's Chronicles. We play for fun and record for fun, so we hope you had fun too. Please do not expect a regular upload schedule. If you are one of our employers who somehow found this, please remember that how we play a fantasy role-playing game with friends is not reflective of our professional conduct.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.